not this and you're not that. You had an opportunity to be, but you blew it all. And I said, well, oh well. I'm proud of that. I guess I'm proud to be a loser.
This one's for all my baby girls.
I'll be the guy on level 1. I streamed myself masturbating. I'll be the guy.
Fuck life.
I'll be the for the thousands of children. I'll be the guy on level 1.
You're still on mission 1.
I'll be the guy on level 1. Level 1. Married happily, paycheck to paycheck happily, meaningful relationship, meaningful life with a family. And that, by the way, I have to raise money to pay 2 big bills next week. All my utilities are due next week. Tomorrow, if I stop streaming, I would not be able to get a job. So it would be the end of my life. But outside of that, everything else is good in my life. You know what I mean? So I'll be the guy on level 1. I streamed myself masturbating. I'll be the guy.
Fuck life.
I'll be the for the thousands of children. I'll be the guy on level 1.
You're still on mission 1.
I'll be the guy. I'll be the thousands of children.
Let me tell you something. When your life is all positive instead of negative, it's a much better situation. Big ups to your cat, and I can tell you that from personal experience. Look at my life now. I have a beautiful wife. I have a beautiful life with a family, right? Everything here is so much better than what I had before. Why? Because I'm a positive person. I understand that people right now are so hyped for the gifted memberships, and I'm very grateful for that. I mean, thank you. But I hope that that doesn't mean that people are going to forego tipping, because that would put me in a bad situation. And in particular, I don't know why you guys, okay, why are you laughing? Grocery shopping, tips. Meal with my wife, tips. Coming up, my day off on Tuesday, tips. Nintendo Online, tips. Bills and stuff, tips. Tips are the liquidity of my business. Huh? Why are you laughing? Oh, so hilarious that this guy has stuff financially tight. Huh? I literally can't afford stuff on Tuesday on my day off, and you're gonna laugh? Oh, that's funny. When you can't go and do something with your family on your day off, your one day off for the week when you're working full-time 6 days a week, that's funny, right? No, it's not fucking funny. Now shut up. Grocery shopping, tips. Meal with my wife, tips. Coming up, my day off on Tuesday, tips. Nintendo Online, tips. Bills and stuff, tips. Tips are the liquidity of my business. Grocery shopping, tips. Meal with my wife, tips. Coming up, my day off on Tuesday, tips. Nintendo Online, tips. Bills and stuff, tips. Tips are the liquidity of my business. Huh? Huh? Huh?
This one's for all my baby girls.
Why do I say I'm not a children's entertainer? Because I'm not a Muppet. I'm not here to play a character. I'm not here to pretend that I'm something that I'm not. I don't dye my hair. I don't act stupidly constantly to get attention from children. I don't do stupid pranks. You know what I mean? I don't cause drama. I'm here just to play games and have fun. I'm a legitimate gamer. Big ups to your dad.
I need banana, tasty banana. Put banana in my mouth, tasty banana. I need banana, tasty banana. Please the peel it comes in there. Put banana in my mouth, squeeze banana. Put banana in my mouth, squeeze banana. Put banana in my mouth.
Act and talk a certain way with certain mannerisms, certain over-the-top reactions, screaming at the top of their lungs, jumping, flailing, doing weird things, constantly on camera.
I need banana, tasty banana. Put banana in my mouth, tasty banana. I need banana, tasty banana. Please the peel it comes in there. Put banana in my mouth, squeeze banana. Put banana in my mouth. Squeeze banana. Put banana in my mouth. I need banana, tasty banana. Put banana in my mouth. tasty banana. I need banana, tasty banana. Please the peel it comes and then I put banana in my mouth.
Squeeze banana.
Put banana in my mouth.
Squeeze banana.
Put banana in my mouth.
When we hit the 250 vestry for that celebration, I'm going to debut a new vest. There we go. Celebratory bubble blow. Very nice. There's bubbles everywhere. There's bubbles all over my PlayStation 4 controller. There's bubbles on my microphone stand. There's bubbles everywhere tonight.
This started about 10 years ago. I was depressed. I was an alcoholic. That was the start of my YouTube career. Today, many years later, things are a lot better. That's for sure. That is for certain. It is certain. Things, it is certain. Bruh.
Whale tail.
Got the bag, bro. Got the chips. Got the plastic cups. Whale tail jam. Bruh.
Whale tail.
Bro. Whale tail jam. Former pro player. Former alcoholic. Right? Drinking liquor all day long. Good variety of stuff. We'll even have an incentive if someone contributes a very large contribution. I will take a shot of a special liquor that I have not revealed yet. I'm not getting drunk. Absolutely not. Bruh.
Whale tail.
Got the bag, bro. Got the chips, right? Plastic cups. Whale tail jam. Bruh.
Whale tail.
You need Jesus. Fill up. Consume.
Whale tail.
Day after day after day.
Bro.
If you do, to hell with you. You need help. You need Jesus.
Bruh.
Whale tail.
Got the bag, bro. Got the chips, right? Plastic cups. Whale tail jam. Got the bag, bro.
Whale tail.
Got the bag, bro. Got the
Whale tail.
Now, what does the sugar do in the sauce?
Adds sweetness, adds a contrast. If you don't, it's all going to be tartness, and you won't have any
It's gonna
kind
be
of sweetness
acidity
to
from
the sauce.
tomatoes.
Right, you'll have
And then
tart,
spice.
tart and its acid and nothing else. All right. So now we got to stir all that in, and then we add our final ingredients, and then the meat.
This one's for all my baby girls.
Italian wife. Italian wife. Italian bills. Italian dark side fit. Italian wife. Italian wife. Italian chill. Italian can't give her a pill. I'm half kind of European mix. European style, Asian fusion style tips. Greasy hair. Pasta once a week. Authentic style, Asian fusion style, Italian.
Guess what else we're going to add?
What?
Sausage. Italian sausage. That's going to go in here too.
I love sausage. I have had many varieties.
Italian wife. Italian wife. Italian bills. Italian dark side fit. Italian wife. Italian wife. Italian chill. Italian can't give her a pill. Why do you pretend to be Italian? I don't. I'm not full-blooded Italian. That'd be ridiculous for me to claim. I'm a quarter Italian. I am 1/4 Polish, and then I'm half kind of European mix. I actually admitted this last year. I'll say it again. I actually do play some mobile games. I do. All right? The ones that I play are free to play or incredibly inexpensive, like you spend $1 here or there to make progress.
This one's for all my baby girls.
Got me that gotcha. I love it. Got me that gotcha. Begging for fucking tips and shit on street. It's WWE Champions time. I'm stupid. WWE game plays like Candy Crush. Moving gems around, breaking colored gems. I love it.
That being said.
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 That being said. That being said.
That being said.
That being said.
That being said.
That being said.
That being said.
Said.
Hello. This is Phil Burnell. All right. And just wanted to tell you that I love the podcast. That being said, big ups That being said, which vest is podcast best? That being said, relaxing, chill, interactive, fun. That being said, which vest is podcast best? That being said, relaxing, chill, interactive, fun. A.L. Team Insider, the legend. Fantastic Mr. Sam, the dentist. Speak to the dead, psychological style host. Meerkat, artistic style host. That being said, which vest is podcast best? That being said, which vest is podcast best?
Fake intro. There's the intro. What are we doing this time?
Are we live?
Are we live?
We're live, yeah.
Great. We still did the laugh, so don't say we did, fuckers. But here we are. That being said, groupthink. We got logical style, musical style, secret musical style, creative style. What else do I need to say? Cerebral style. I've said all the styles. What else can I say? Let's get right to the show because we have so many fucking messages to get to. It's going to be incredible. And we want to get to all those. Little business time to get to first, of course. Super short, though. Tournament. Have you got your turn in? It is your turn to win. So get your tournaments in to the That Being Said podcast at gmail.com or my Discord, of course, or even my Twitter. You can do whatever you want. And it's pretty hype. And we have some good submissions. But hopefully we're going to pick up more because it might be like a Sweet 16 situation. Like somehow we made the entry way easier. Like it's not a song. You don't have to make a full song, but we're getting way less submissions right now as well. But maybe we're going to have a light rush. You never know. We're going to have a late rush. You never know what's going to happen here. So get your turns in. Once again, tournament, it's hype. It's coming this Sunday, whether you like it or not. After that, Vikes, we got some contributions for you. Congrats, Meerkat, on your purple snout. Congratulations.
Yeah,
on
I
that,
got it.
You earned.
It was very well earned.
Hope you're in the twins coming in hot. Sub bomb, just like I forget who was it yesterday dropping the sub bombs, David or something like that. Anyways, thanks so much, twins. That's really, really generous, and we really appreciate that. And we'll definitely do our best to call out all the contributions we get, even though sometimes I do miss them. I know that. Business style stuff. Tomorrow is Flare Up music show on that WPAG, and this Saturday, 1,000 sub special. We're gonna watch the This How You Don't Play of Vice City. So stay tuned for that. A lot of special guests. Of course, these are unfortunately all these guys are sleeping during that time, but they're obviously invited, but they might be sleeping, so they might not be there. But I got some other hype people. Don't worry about that. Oh, that's this Saturday. Any other business stuff, please? Oh, wow, we got Mac.
Yeah.
Mac, you're a legend, dude. 20.
Whoa.
Unreal. Thanks so much, man. That's really incredible, dude.
Do we have
And
a soundboard, something for this? Celebrate
Yes,
with
please
a
give him
soundboard?
something. Give him something, Sam. Please.
Would you like something I got from your WPIG stream earlier?
Yes, please.
Yeah, just something completely random. A little revelation that I liked. This was a highlight for me.
The people in the gaming media, all right, from what I've seen, compared to other facets of stuff that I've seen, are incredibly unprofessional.
Other facets of stuff that I've seen.
Other
that was
facets of stuff.
It hurts, doesn't it? I can't be the only one that feels pain.
That was brilliant. I had to clip that. I rushed to clip that. My other favorite was this. Sorry, just quick. Oh no, you go first. You go first. You say.
Yeah, you can do it for this contribution. Diet Pro Pharaoh. Add another tab of Phil being weird about sex. It's okay it's okay in games if it's meaningful. Yeah, he did say that about Starfield, I think. If they had sex and it's meaningful, it's okay. So get ready for that. Steve, what are you going to do deep dive? He also wants to know about that. He has so many deep dives going. He's a scuba diver right now. So many deep dives he's planning. But it's going to help someday, I promise you. But please give this man a soundboard, Sam. Please give it to him. Hit him with it.
Okay. This was another highlight.
You got a cheese style sauce?
Well, he's being honest. The G style.
Some really good stuff on that stream earlier.
Also, the bike. I know we have so many messages to get to. I shouldn't even bring it up. But the bike was so funny, and it's not the first time he said this. By the way, I saw that he did bring the bike up 3 years ago as well. I played it today on WPIG, where it's such a dangerous area, that people get beat up for having a bike. Those mean streets of Connecticut.
There isn't an excuse that man isn't willing to make. It's getting silly now. I couldn't ride a bike, and it's not my fault. So someone else got their ass handed to him, and we had to sell it.
Cody Taylor says, "Rode my bike to work today and didn't get jumped. You must live in a very safe area, extremely safe area. No Burger Kings around where you live. So you must live in a rich area. No one's shooting around you."
He lives on the nice streets of Connecticut in the expensive baller part.
Oh, okay. Go ahead, Steve.
Guys, we once again have this moment where Phil is sort of talking like it's a normal thing, it's a completely expected thing, and it's fine to be like that. But when you sort of like step back and see this is his dad once again, sort of like, hey son, I've got you a thing we can do. We can go riding our bikes. Like it doesn't even like occur to him that he could go further out. We could make like a day of it. Go to like a park or like an indoor skate park or something. It's anywhere you could ride a bike. A national park, wherever, with your dad.
Dude, it's like
oh, fuck it.
Think about this. So many people in chat right now probably are saying, "I wish my dad asked me to fucking take my bike out." And there's a lot of douchebag dads out there that don't ask their son to do shit, or they can't because they're working or whatever. But some people are lucky enough to have dads that do stuff with them, and Phil's the kind of person that even though he had a dad that wants to do good stuff with him, I'm not talking about all the other parenting. We don't fucking know about that shit. I'm just talking about what we know. And he cares enough to do shit like that. And Phil can't do that. Wait, you're going to love this. He tried to teach you how to ride a bike. You one step before that, what, are you crazy, Dad? You can't do that. It's so just anyway.
I love the little addendum as well, where he had to tell everyone about the raffle that he won, where they won another bike, and instantly his dad was like, "Right, well, we got to get rid of this one as well."
I was like, "My son's a fucking asshole, so got to get rid of this one."
I love that he's also taking that opportunity to shit on the other person as well. They got their ass handed to them for this piece of shit bike. Imagine me with this amazing like bells and whistles bollocks. I'm gonna get shot.
What's the goat level criticisms? Takes a true legend to have the criticism like that. All right, let's get to it. We have a legendary team up between myself, Snood, acting as Derek, and Meerkat with one of the best calls. There's no WPIG call today, but there's a good reason, because this one's going to blow your mind. We're going to close the show out. We're going to edge you all the way to the end, and you are going to be shooting some ropes when you hear this one, my friends. Ropes. Leather, thick ropes. Sorry about that. It's disgusting. I'll take it. Anyway, Sam, get to the message, please. Sorry, Steve's dad.
Okay.
Good question. First start. Boat night with the first question. Do you think Phil can swim, guys? I'm 100% no. But what do you guys think?
No, dude, he said he can't. He said he never learned to, but it can't be that hard, dude, because you just lay in the water and you flap your legs. That's basically the explanation he gave. But he can't swim.
What would you pay more for? To see Phil swim, or to see Phil try to run 100-yard dash, or swim?
Swim. Now I want to see. There's nothing I would rather see more now. Triathlon.
I'm trying, dude. I try every day.
I just want to see him in a school sports day. Like, I want to see him trying it all. Hurdling, the javelin, the discus throw where you have to spin around. I want to see it all now.
How low would the bar have to be for high jump? Like where? Like it starts at 6 inches. What are you nuts? I got my back, dude.
Imagine him trying to run for the triple jump. Imagine that.
This is a guy that could beat up Mike Tyson, by the way. Thank you, Jeremy, for pointing that out. This is a guy that not that long ago said he would be able to, he'd be faster than Mike Tyson. He's not sure if he could win, but he'd be faster than him.
He couldn't even beat Mike Tyson in Mike Tyson's Punch Out, let alone in real life. Come on.
All right, let's finally get to it, Sam. Enough of this tomfoolery.
Okay. We have a lot of messages, by the way.
Yeah, we do. Yeah.
Yes, we filled up the fucking thing again. Yeah.
Okay. First off, Kaiser from 2 weeks ago.
hello, sirs, you know who it is, and you know which organization I'm part of. First of all, what's for dinner? Second of all, a little genetics style message. DSP has claimed last week that his dominant ethnic background is Italian. Now, I'm not a numbers guy, so please ask Piece of Peace to fact check me on this. But 25% doesn't seem too dominant to me. In fact, his dominant ethnic background is WASP, or a white Anglo-Saxon Protestant. Someone on Kiwi Farms way back found out that his dad is waspy as fuck, like almost 100% British ancestry, and can trace his ancestry back to some of the first British settlers to the Americas from the 17th century. Also, he made up that he's 1/8 Ukrainian recently. In fact, he made that up a few months after Russia declared war on Ukraine. I think it was a gambit to get some foreign aid money, you know, maybe he can fool Biden into giving him aid money. What are your thoughts on this?
Bro,
That's awesome
they
theory.
dox his whole genetics, dude. They figured out everything about the guy. Something, by the way, today I saw somebody posted on Discord is Keemstar is actually more Italian than DSP. That's a very fun fact.
That he must love the herbs and spices that are aimed at Italians and the pizza.
Of course.
That's the best.
So what do you guys think about his ethnic background? I guess.
I don't know. It's.
What about
it's
the
funny.
Ukrainian element?
That's the best part.
I just found it. Amiga Christmas 2022 Feast with the King is 25% Polish, 25% Ukrainian. That's what she told me.
That's what you told me. Nothing I could do.
Did you recently claim he had no dominant ethnicity?
It
Because I remember
changes like the
losing
wind.
my shit because he was like constantly going, "Oh, it's my greasy Italian hair. My hair is always greasy because it's Italian." And then it's like, "I don't have any dominant national ethnicity." And he's like, "You fuck! You've been consistent at least throughout most of this about being part Italian." You know.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
he's proud about that. Who knows why, but he's definitely proud of his Italian heritage. Not afraid
Now
to
he's
say it.
like, fucking.
Prosciutto.
You can pronounce that perfectly. By the way. All right, Barrett Wells, DSP tries it, not drowning. That's something we should crowdfund. We should crowdfund that and throw it in the pool. See what it is. Give her a pill, throw her in the pool. Barrett Wells says, does Phil think he's making overly sexualized content whenever Leanna showed us in his vlogs wearing a sundress? I mean, legitimately, I know that girl's dress where she's talking about the one from the DSP Reacts with the woman
worn
that
it a
the
few
thumbnails
times.
are sexualized. No one can debate that. The thumbnails are all her big ass. You know, it's designed to get clicks and it fucking works. But the video itself, she's wearing a dress that's tight and it's short. But it's not like, oh my God. She was literally trying to cook the food like well, too. It's not like she's like, I don't know what I'm doing. Just check out my cleavage. It's not like that at all. You could say the thumbnail was sexualized, but the video itself was not. And I will stand by that. And Kat herself has won more revealing tops for sure. Not bottoms, but tops. I know. I have all the pictures saved. Just kidding.
Well, she's married to a bottom.
Hey.
Wait. All right. I think we covered it. But yes. I love
Fuck him.
Phil
He asked
turning
about dinner. Fuck him. Why
Yeah,
did we
yeah,
even
fuck
bother?
Oh yeah, we're not
Move on.
answering this one.
Move on. Delete.
Yeah, that's getting deleted, man.
Yes.
We got to start doing
I'm
that.
gonna delete this whole segment in post. And I go back retroactively. Like DSP deleted that segment when he was crying about bounties.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Challenges.
Oh,
And
we
they
got
died the
some-
next day.
The one
That's some
time
really-
you can cut.
We've had some really, really nice positivity here from Bob Starsky. He said, what was it? OLD Insider.
That's not my name. I don't get the reference. I don't get the reference
That's
at
about.
all.
Anyway, okay. One old, one new. That's what we're going to do. This is called
Yes.
Phil Missing Out, question mark.
It's what we call the ALT
Hey, that
issue.
being said, so I noticed that when Phil talked about I missed out on doing a lot of things because I wanted to play Street Fighter 2 tournaments. when he described the few moments he actually did spend time with other people, he only talked about two things: the food and where he could have gotten a drink. Nothing about the friends he could have made, nothing about having fun, doing something unique. Instead, it was just, I walked around, I had food here, or I walked to this place in Nashville where I got my cowboy hat and there were a bunch of bars. And in the Vegas Strip, in the airports, there's all these gambling machines that I probably should have tried one of them, which is very concerning to me because it just sounds like he doesn't get the whole point to the missing out. He just didn't understand that he could have been spending time with actual people and making real connections, not whatever the hell he thinks he did.
Yeah, exactly. Not only that, he's got no interests as well outside of well, at the time outside of Street Fighter. That's all he.
Yeah, and be honest, he didn't do anything then too. He's hung out in the. At least he had friends then. Like there are videos of him fun in the fucking hotel rooms, like doing the shit that young guys do, like let's get drunk and joke and stuff. But then that switch when it became his job, all that shit out. I don't give a shit about people. I don't give a shit about anything, but somehow food. Yeah, he still talks about food. And leaving Connecticut, what's the saddest thing? All those restaurants he has to leave. This is the last time we're going to see this Fred Meyer, honey. It's the last time we're going to get Outback Steakhouse, honey, with Leanna.
There was this probably a week before he left where he had this series of vlogs of him just going places and eating food before he left. It was like the farewell tour. It's kind of sad in retrospect.
Bucket list playlist.
Oh, yeah, right. Bucket list.
It's just eating list. That's it. It's just the eating list. Also, we got a super chat from Prophet. Sorry I'm late. Had to stop and pick up some Polydent for ALT. Appreciate that. Polydent is a denture adhesive, for those that don't know. I don't know why he's saying that to me, but there you go. Go ahead, Sam. 5 out of 10. Rating that joke, 5 out of 10. Thank you. 5s in chat.
It's always food with Phil, though. It always, and like, there's nothing inherently wrong with sort of like saying, hey, when I went on holiday, I tried this amazing food, because like trying local food is part of the, going on holiday experience. But he absolutely just cannot focus on anything human related. He can't focus on like it just inherently doesn't get the appeal of maintaining social relationships and doing social things. Like for him, if he talks about drinking, it's not like me and the lads were out on the town. It's just, I went to get this drink here so I could drink it in my hotel room later or something. It's never, there's never a social aspect to it because he doesn't care about stuff like that. He only cares about things that are useful to him. And back then it was food and drink. So that's all he's got.
Yeah. God, you can imagine him going out on the piss, like imagine him going out over here somewhere, and him, like the only takeaway he has from it at the end of the night is we went and got some kebab from that'd be it. I think they call it chicken meat and chips.
It's really, they call it chips over here, guys. So go ahead, Meerkat.
Yeah, like Steve said, it's all like based on what benefits him the most personally. And this extends to hanging out with Rambo, because at the time before he left Connecticut, they were just hanging out to make YouTube videos. And when he left Connecticut, he was sad that he couldn't hang out with Rambo so they could make co-op videos together because people liked those. It wasn't because Rambo wasn't there anymore and they were besties. It's because people liked the co-ops.
Yep. And Rambo said that in the video. Remember that? He said that the only thing you see everyone is a transactional relationship. He said not everything's a transactional relationship, and that's all it was. And there you go. Hate Army, you people should show some respect to your elder. I guess you're talking to Steve in this case, as he is close to the oldest member. I actually am, but all right, just go next one. Fuck this old joke train.
Just not
close this hype train down.
You need to give them all number ratings so people can feel that.
This one was 6 out of 10. It's kind of trying to show a little bit of respect to me, so that's 6 out of 10. Good job, Hate Army. Big ups. Played some of your videos today, in fact. Watch it.
Brown noser.
If I play your stuff with WPNG, like you automatically get 2 extra points. All right, go ahead, Sam, please.
Here's
One now, old
Lars.
style. Yeah.
Yeah. Lars.
Hi guys, question style message here. I want to know, what is your funniest obscure DSP moment? And what I mean by that is, what is something that DSP did that you find hilarious that you've never seen anyone else bring up or talk about? To give you an example of mine, when DSP was telling the story about the classic of Jaha trying to beat him up and him crying and asking him to hit him and putting his hands behind his back and saying he's an alcoholic and etc., he starts the story off and of course is giving his dense background and everything, and he says, and I quote, for those who don't know, Jaha was infamous in the Street Fighter community for being a big, muscly Asian guy. I forget if he's Vietnamese or not, but he's a former Marine. I just don't understand why you needed to specify that Jaha was Asian, and the way you phrased it makes it sound like Jaha was infamous for being muscly and Asian. Yeah, so that's my it just cracks me up every time, and I've never seen anyone else bring that up. So curious to see what you guys have hidden away.
Ooh, that's a tough one.
Yeah.
Go on, guys.
Question of the day material, so we don't have to answer it.
Maybe.
That's our next level strat.
Okay, right. There's a moment, and I think it's Dark Souls. I can't remember which one, but he's equipped everything. And he's saying, I've got this now. I've learned how magic works. I've leveled up. I've got some good equipment. I'm feeling good. I'm feeling like I've got this. And then he immediately walked off a cliff. and it's just like the most simple, stupid thing, but it cracks me up every time. And I think it's one of those little moments, like, because when you think DSP and Dark Souls, you think stuff like, why am I poisoned? Why am I toxic? You don't sort of like think of like the stupid gameplay shit that he gets up to as well. And that's one of my favorite moments, and it doesn't get brought up enough. So
here's what I like from This Is How You Don't Play of one GT. I'm not sure which one it is, but he drives to a backyard and he's in like a fenced in backyard and he doesn't know how to get out. He's like, he decides how could he not blame himself? He's like, what? I don't want to do. Why does this exist? Why do backyards exist? Like, he had nothing else to complain. He had no one to blame except himself. But he said, why does this exist? The best.
I got one too, and this is not really obscure because many people know about it, but it's the rocking in the reflection of one of the windows in one of the vlogs. I'm pretty sure, because the question was something that you've never seen anybody else do it. I can almost guarantee you that not only has no one did it before this, no one will do anything like this ever again. It's so fucking good. It's in one of his old vlogs. You can see his reflection in the mirror in the window, and he's just rocking like an airplane, left, right, like this. And the camera just keeps holding the camera. It's ridiculous, man. It's a pretty obscure moment, I would say.
That's a great one. Yeah,
I think Sam's queuing one up.
But maybe, I don't know if you need to hear it, but mine isn't terribly obscure, but it's something that I don't see anyone talking about because of when it happened. And because all right, mine happened. The only thing that comes to mind is one that happened during the Side Scrollers interview, and the simple fact is Phil referred to himself as professional. He said, "Where is it now?" He was talking about Panda Lee and the incident, and he said something like, "Fuck, here we go." Right, it said, "I couldn't tell you the specific day when it happened, but I guarantee it was something awful that happened, an argument, a fight, whatever it was. And I came in here, and back then I was very different than today. I'm professional. I have layouts blocking the screen and everything. Back then, I just had, like a couch in the corner, blah blah blah." And just the way he says it, he drops it in so quickly, and suddenly he's like, "Today, I'm professional." It's like, have you seen your streams? Like, So that's it. I don't need to play it. That's all I could think of.
Great stuff. That would be a good question of the day, though. I think people might have better ones. But like, what most obscure? What's the wording? Most obscure film moments?
Just DSP moments. And
yeah. Stray Beans is throwing himself into the hat here. ALT's first birthday was in black and white.
Hey.
That's probably 7 out
I
of 10.
quite like that one. Yeah,
Yeah,
that one was
good.
good.
Job, straight beans. Legendary caller, straight beans.
I do also like that one from GTA. It's a bit more well known, but he's got to go and steal a bike, and he goes and knocks the person off, and then he sort of drives and gets stuck. The person comes back and batters him, so he shoots them. And then right as he gets on the bike, the police pull up because they've seen him shooting.
Yeah.
I have so many moments in my mind. That's what we're doing Saturday, boys. That'll be fun. Here comes a random cop.
Perfect escalation. It's fantastic.
Yeah. He gets more and more frantic. He didn't pick up the plans. He didn't pick up the plans. I still remember that one. That's why I'm here, man. I was like, this is the funniest thing on earth. What is this? Is this how you don't play when I first found it? Like, oh my god.
Okay, here we go then. So yeah, tell us about your favorite obscure DSP moment that other people may not know about.
We probably will forget to read these, so don't spend too much time on them.
Yeah,
we will. We may do.
Remember, the last 10 minutes of this stream is a special presentation.
Yes, true, very true. So we have to. That means we got to do 20 minutes before the verse line. We start reading those.
Cool.
Yep.
Right.
Edging people like it.
Yeah.
Oh, they're not gonna get read. Long story short.
Cool. Right. Here
archive
is
system. Yeah, go ahead.
Here's Tony T.
I like 'em brown, yellow, Puerto Rican, or Haitian. Name is Fife Dog from the Zulu Nation. Told you at the gym, Pat, we can get down. Now let's knock the boots like the Group H Town. What's poppin'? It's your boy Tony T. Shout out to all you legends. Much love to you. That being said, real talk. Hey, I'm gonna keep it short. When do you think that Phil can no longer hide behind his ego and pride? Because I feel like those two things are holding him back from learning valuable lessons that at 40 or at 30 or whatever age, I feel like it's holding him back from learning things and growing as he so claims every day that he does. When do you think will be the moment where his ego and his pride and everything just shatters and he can no longer hide? He's been exposed so many times, but his ego and whatnot just draws him back in, and he's like, yo, I'm still the best, man. That was last week. I'm totally different. Oh, the N word I said? Oh, that was only an hour ago. Much love to y'all, man. Peace.
Tony T in the house. I'll let you handle this one first, Steve.
It's never going to shatter unless something catastrophic happens. He needs to lose his wife and his house and his son on the same day. It needs to be, because every sort of minor thing, every incident that you could think of, like a parent dying or cat leaving or whatever, will all like impact him in some way, but he will be able to work around it. He will be able to sort of still twist things into not being his fault somehow. But all of these things at once, it would just be too much. So it would have to be everything hitting him at once, and I don't think that's likely to happen. So probably never. It's going to take a lot to humble this man.
Yeah, because even like alcoholics and stuff have someone usually say like, "Hey, dude, you know, like not intervention, but like significant other or something. Like if you don't stop, I'm out." You know, or something like that. A friend say, "Dude, you're fucked up, man." And then normal people have those people that'll say that. You're like, "All right, I got to rethink things." And it makes you shit. Like I don't want to go to a bad place. So I'm going to listen to them. But who can say that for Phil? His mom and dad, maybe, not even maybe. Like probably not. You know, like. Would he even listen to them? I don't even know, you know? Like, I don't know. He would probably try to spin the web and say, look how much money I'm making, mommy. I'm still doing great, mommy. You know, but go ahead, Meerkat.
He spent 40 years thinking that he knows best and he's better than everybody else. Why change? And when change? It's not going to change, ever. I don't think it's going to happen. I'm with Steve on this one. I don't think it's going to take anything. Even if Kat leaves, it's going to be her fault. That stupid bitch, she took my son. Now I can only see Jasper on the weekends and so on. But yeah, I don't think it's ever going to happen. And that's only going to produce more entertaining content for everybody else.
Yeah.
That's the key. That's the key. Real odd thing. When Kat got home yesterday, I believe, Phil said, I have to walk Jasper down to see Kat.
What?
So, yeah,
so weird.
I believe that was the verbiage. I want to make sure I'm not saying anything wrong. Chat, please help me out. It was something like, I have to take Jasper down there to Kat. because Jasper was chilling in the room. Cat gets home. Oh, I need to take Jasper down there, which was odd to me because normally
that
cats
is
go
odd.
wherever the fuck they want.
Yeah,
You know,
yeah.
they go whatever room they want to go to, but Phil had to take him out. So
Well, like with a rifle.
super soaker rifle, dress out.
That got brought out recently, didn't it? Wasn't Jasper playing up and he had to get the spray bottle? He was like, I don't like doing it. And it's like, well, fucking don't then. You know.
Yeah, thanks.
Sorry.
Walk Jasper down. That was the word.
Walk
The
Jasper
word
down,
he used.
breathe
Walk
back.
Jasper down.
What the fuck, man? Like, what is going on? So
They have-
bizarre.
Hey, Darby said they have shared custody. Yeah, it must be time.
It kind of
6
seems
o'clock.
that way.
We gotta
Like
go.
they've got like a weird like schedule or something.
It's going to end up like taken into the cinema like of a Friday night. You know, like all divorced
I think it's like, along with his idea of derailing stuff and everything having to be on rails, everything has to be according to certain rules that he made up for himself because that's what normal people do. So he needs to do that. It's almost like a checklist type of thing. It's almost like video game logic, where something has to happen in this exact way or it's not valid. And the way to be a mature adult is this and this and this and this, and you have to do all of them. There's no nuance and there's no deviation from the plan. Because don't be derailing life.
It's just how like confidently wrong he is a lot of the time as well. Like, look at that fucking thing he did the other day when he was talking about the copyrighted music thing.
Oh
like,
God, yeah.
Oh yeah.
Dude, you were not happy about that, were you?
Sorry, but there's how can you be so wrong and just be so like confident? How can you confidently say to the world something you clearly know nothing about? Because you like, when's he ever tried to put copyrighted music in anything? Like he has copyrighted music in his streams because, you know, not through his own actions, just games he's playing and they happen to have copyrighted music in. He doesn't edit, so he's never added music to anything, certainly not for like 6 or 7 years or whatever it is. So man, how do you even know? Like, what can
you real quick just give people the context for this bit? Because I saw it on your Twitter, otherwise I wouldn't have seen it.
Well,
right, okay.
Sorry, I thought you were going to do it.
That's your cue.
So did I, yeah.
That's your cue, bitch.
Yeah. Okay. So he literally just said that there's no such thing as copyright-free music. He did say on YouTube. So I gave him the benefit of the doubt that he was talking specifically about what YouTube provides you with, not like there's no copyright-free music on YouTube. I don't know. You know, he may not have been. He may have just been talking about it in general. There's, you know, there is no such thing as copyright-free music. But there is, you know, there is a place you can go on YouTube. It's their own audio library where some of it you may have to say that you've used it, I believe, but
most of you got to put the note. Yeah.
But otherwise, it's there for you to use. That's what it's there for. That's all there is to it, really. And he said, you know, he said these words, you know, there's no such thing as copyright-free music.
Because his reasoning for that was what it is you could put that music in your videos and then they claim it.
Yeah, that was it.
Which is just fucking wrong.
And it's so, what is he? He's so hype on these, like, yeah, now I got 2,000 views on this video. And is this this like, you know, we're on this new arc of like, since Sir Moist wounded him so deeply, he's looking for like things to attach onto, like successes. Because 2,000 views, successes is what, a few cents? What's the earnings there, YouTube gentlemen? A few 3 cents maybe. I don't even know.
It comes across to me as though it's kind of like this kind of like fake, like sincerity, like this fake kind of underdog persona. You know, he's trying to be the small streamer. You know, we're clawing our way up the ladder, sort of thing, starting from the level 1, and we're going to get there one day. So but in the back of his mind, he must be thinking, I've had 1 million views on a video. What the fuck am I doing? You must be thinking that.
You got that right.
He will be. I mean, because you can't not sort of like look at 200,000 subscribers and think, why can I not get 2,000 views? Why am I struggling to get like 1% of that subscriber base? So it's got to be at least burning in the back somewhere.
Yeah,
he's gonna know.
We don't.
That
There's
is
no
very
lack of
true.
reasons to need a drink, by the way. But go ahead, Meerkat.
Yeah, because if you got to 200K, unless you radically changed your content, which is not something he did, he just became a live streamer, as with most gameplay dudes that make gameplay videos. You should know how to market your videos, how to be in the algorithm, basically, and you should know how to do those things. And he obviously doesn't.
It's just I think it's just a laziness again, just showing the laziness, right? I mean, let me give you my real fans that are actually care what I say. They don't have to look into this shit. I can say whatever the fuck they want. They don't care. I'll just say shit. So like, oh,
Yeah.
they can't do it, guys. And then I'm sure like Jade is there, you know, glue
Yeah.
dripping off the face from the long day at the factory. Hell yeah, that's right, DSP. What do you? Here's a video for you. It's Korean girls dancing. You're gonna love this. Oh, I sent too many of those. Sorry about that. I'll change it. You know.
Yeah.
Who cares what they say?
But like, okay, then. So if that's your mindset, then why are you also pretending that you care about views? Because if you're going to get views, then you're gonna have people listening to the bullshit that you're spouting and call you out on it. Like,
yeah,
you've got to rein that in before you become a better streamer and a more viewed streamer. Surely, or
that's
video.
also why he brands himself as a guy who makes curated content, because he doesn't actually want to grow. He just wants to get more money.
Yeah,
and the same amount of people who already like him to keep liking him and keep watching him, keep giving him money. Because as soon as new people come in, like you said, they're gonna start calling him out on bullshit, like all the trolls and the detractors that stumble upon him. He doesn't want that.
Guys, he knows how to use YouTube, though. I mean, we saw him do that video where he watched that person talking about how to do well in YouTube, answering all those questions. So we didn't even need to watch the video.
He already knew it.
Clearly knows everything.
That's one of those where I'm like, thank you, whoever submitted that. I don't condone the method, behind getting that video there, but well done, because we got that. It's same with the car thing, that's
that's illegal, dude. You can't shoot you can't shoot nuts out of your wheel. What are you, crazy?
That's illegal.
There was one that I saw recently that I thought that would be a great submission, even though I wouldn't actually pay the money to do it. But it was Tearzu's whale tier list, and I thought, number one, you got a very subtle, that's quite subtle. I quite like it. But secondly, I want to, because I just know in my heart he's going to watch that video and go, wait a minute, dolphins are whales. I just know that's going to come up. He's going to be like, wait, they're related. They're, wait, orcas aren't whales. Killer whales aren't whales. I need to see it.
Yeah.
So if there is anyone out there looking for a suggestion, if you are willing to burn your money,
This video is saying whales are mammals. I never knew that. Wow. Dude, we never condone doing giving Phil money in any way, shape, or form. But aren't you a little surprised that no one has at least given a video where maybe some images are spliced in? Maybe it'd be very easy to do a Fight Club style thing with a few frames of things on there that would take extremely difficult. You'd have to watch the whole fucking video to find them. So he would play them. I don't condone giving Phil any money, but I'm a little surprised that hasn't happened yet.
Right. See, there's the problem. You said you'd have to watch the whole video to find it. That's not happening. 2 minutes.
That's what I'm saying.
Skip,
so he would never find it, and he would definitely play it. And you know what that would do? Make him the most paranoid person on fucking earth before he watched any video that's not from a big, huge YouTuber. Then he makes the rule that it has to be a huge YouTuber, because then every video might be bombed. I'm just saying. I don't recommend giving Phil money in any way, but.
If somebody told him about the segment we're having right now, he would be even more paranoid. Dude, these people, they're making conspiracies to troll me and ruin my perfectly good show.
And that wouldn't cost you any money, by the way. Just let
surely he's thinking that already. He must be thinking that already. And if so, why are you doing a react show? Because one day someone's going to submit something that's going to be like this. It's inevitable. There's going to be, and maybe that's why he skips around now, because he doesn't trust anyone. Maybe that's the reason. Yeah,
that could be.
Yeah, because he does filter the list. He does watch a few, at least into some of them. You'll see he's watched part of it already. He filters the list. He'll skip stuff freely. So, there's a slight chance that you won't actually get watched
Yeah, that's
at
true. It
all,
might
but-
take you time. Might take some time. You might have to be dedicated, but I'm still surprised it hasn't happened yet. No Zaku Boy has a question for you, Meerkat. Meerkat and Decepticon got sloppy drunk and bailed on versus the internet before it ended, and that medal you have is stolen valor.
No.
What say you?
That's not true. Let's play semantics right now because I'm become really good from watching DSP. He ended the last part of DSP versus the internet. Yes, the stream hadn't ended, but the DSP versus the internet had ended. And in my defense, we were also pissed drunk, and we wanted to listen to some Cobra stand-up comedy and his album, and that is way bigger than DSP, obviously. So there you go.
You heard it from Meerkat. Get fucked, basically.
100% valid. It's my fourth at Evo. This purple snout right here, this is my fourth at Evo.
Adult with a business degree, great point. DSP is the underdog and Jedi Master at the same time. Yep, that's what he wants you to believe. He is the, you can spin the wheel, he's the smallest shit YouTuber, nobody on the internet. Why do you care about me, Keem? I'm nobody. I'm the most prolific YouTuber of all time. You can just spin the wheel and decide what he's going to say.
Yeah, so true. Essentially, his curated audience is an audience that never questions him but gives him money. Like that's all he wants, isn't it? That's just so weird, very strange. Anyway, what's next? Brotherhood of Steel, man.
Hello there, That Being Said podcast, and my question for today is: if Phil had a kid and that kid went to school, what would you think would happen if the kids at that school found out that that kid was Darkside Phil's son or daughter? What do you think Phil would try to blame the trolls for these little kids bullying his child, or would he just kind of go Street Fighter style on those kids at the school by basically beating the shit out of them? I want to hear your guys' opinion.
Okay, what do you think, Meerkat? In this situation, he's a kid, and people are making fun of his kid for being Phil's kid at school. Would he go Street Fighter style, or would he blame the trolls and just complain on stream?
I think he would use that hatred to fuel himself. He would become the Prince of Hate, and he would show all these people who's boss, and he would be the valedictorian of his class. There you go.
Any other thoughts? I think it's just funny to think about Phil going there. Hey guys, you don't make fun of him. It's like, okay, yeah, jerk off. Yeah. Oh, the camera's on, buddy.
In my head, he's called his son Jasper. Like...
I think it's gonna be a Phil Jr. because all these like massive ego people, they name their kids their name but Junior because it's like an extension to themselves. It's like a spin-off of themselves.
Dude, Deion Sanders, the football player, has his kids named Deion Jr. and his first female child was DeAndre. And I think they're all Deons. I think they are. I'm trying to find it. God damn it. But yeah, I know it's Deion Jr. and then his first female child was DeAndre. So just cannot avoid using his own name in the kids' names. And Phil was making like that.
He might get to live out something that he's clearly always wanted to do and smack the shit out of an 11-year-old girl.
Horn 10. Yes. Little Horn 10. Dogmatic. Thanks for that. Little Horn 10s. That was the low-key best part of that, is Horn 10s. Like, it's just, how do you get that name?
Yeah.
It's so awesome.
But yeah, I like the idea that, the kid gets bullied. He goes in to see the headmaster and he's like, right, we need to deal with these bullies. You see, the thing about me is my child's at risk because I'm a YouTuber back in the day after I was let go from my job at the helicopter company. And the principal sat there like, what the fuck am I doing? The detractors, man, they might swat the school,
Oh, God.
Okay, someone in chat is just... go ahead, Meerkat.
He might show up on stream someday. You guys, I have to say this. I'm really proud of my son, Phil Jr. He got put in the class with the special kids. And that means he's like really smart or something. That's what the principal told me.
All right, just to pull it back a little bit, it's such a small point. But George Foreman is the king of naming his sons his own name. He has
Right.
George Foreman Jr., George Foreman III, George Foreman IV, George V, George VI, and also Georgetta Foreman as the
Wow.
female stunt child.
The dude got a whole franchise going on. God damn. It's like
It's
Fast
not a
and
franchise.
Furious.
That's like a royal lineage, that.
Yeah. In one generation.
Look, it's less corny when you're really successful. So when you're
Yes,
successful,
yes.
you can do that because you've earned that clout.
Yes. Then you're like, it's kind of not, it's still kind of weird, but it's like, okay, cool. He could do it, But when your DSP is a little different. Hey, Army, beautiful. Derek's son would be named Porn Tense. Oh, man. We can't top that. We can't top that today.
So good. That's so good.
Oh, God. All right, Retro Doom Man X is a question for you, Meerkat. Do you know the song Bubble Butt? Use that music, but change to Bubble Blow from DSP. Good morning, legends. Greetings from Japan. Hey, Retro Doom Man.
Big ups Japan, dude. I remember he told me the same thing, I think, yesterday on stream, and I told him that I need a Bubble Blow song, so I might do that. And I know what song he's talking about.
There we go. Make it happen. All right, Sam. Send us home. Send us to the next one. Not send us home yet.
Yeah, it's not divorce time yet. We've got some
More
time,
intense. Gonna end on a high after that joke.
George Foreman Grill the 33rd. Right, here is Lord Fango.
Big ups, that being said, and I'm back once again with my incredibly poor microphone. A quick thought from last night's stream. I hate it when Phil tells us stories about his childhood. He always comes across as incredibly ungrateful. He was telling us some kind of story of when his dad bought him a bike when he was younger. And he didn't want it. He was incredibly ungrateful for it just because his uncle had previously been jumped on in the street whilst riding one. It was a random story, and if anything, it just made him come across as an absolute dickhead. Anyway, my question this week is random. If Philip was the President of the United States, what would he be like? What would his laws be like? What new laws would he make? And how long do you reckon he'd last? Again, loving the show and big ups.
That question's too tough. Just the opposite of no matter what you think about any president we've ever had, he doesn't have the work ethic that you need to even get close to there. He could be a politician of an elementary school. Could be in any sort of a leadership in any form. So, it's hard to think about. But any answers there?
Dude, you would have Senate hearings with the CEO of Burger King. It would be fucking amazing.
He's worked his way up all the way. I've worked 14 years to get here. Ask you one fucking question. Can you explain this? Shows the picture.
He's got it printed out and like an intern walks behind him and puts it
on the big board. Yeah. Oh God.
All I can imagine is just him having a State of the Union speech, being like, "My fellow Americans, I just want everybody to be happy, okay? Now, here's how you can support." And that's
Taxes?
Pay your taxes.
Unfortunately, we've
donations,
got 2 big bills coming up.
Yeah.
So the economy really needs your support.
I need to pass 2 large bills.
It's going to cost thousands. It's going to cost at least 1,000.
Well, as you know, tomorrow we're starting a big war, so gonna have to pay for that somehow. Right now, we don't have enough money for it.
We need the help for my day off with the bank holiday.
Guys, it seems like the Iranians, they might have nuclear weapons, so I don't know what's going to happen, man. I'm really afraid for the future of this country. I'm just going to be honest with you. I'm just being honest. So if you want to support...
It's going to be like with the press, and he's going to be like, take a Q&A. It's a random Q&A. Anyone?
Yeah.
And then one's going to be like, so what about this thing? And he's going to be, right, it's derailing. Just get out of here. Get banned.
Get the guy out of here. Get him out of here.
Go.
The fuck out of my first
to go in, not come back. Don't fucking come back, you fucking idiot.
Yeah.
Put him out of a
Axios.
press conference.
Oh, shit. Another one. He would say, "You would never catch me being involved in a sex scandal," like he did in the side scrollers.
How about this? You could also, you could also pay taxes, and you can also gift citizenships. Lots of people around the country would love that. So you should gift citizenships. Oh, it's a big, it's a holiday. Lots of people would love that right around the holidays.
The season of giving. It's the meaning of the season.
This chat is great, man.
I
Axios
know.
says Guantanamo
That's the
Bay is
best.
the new ban world. It'd be fucking overflowing. It'd be like
100 Senate votes, new bubble blow. Nice. No more review copies. Yes, that's in the Constitution.
the population of America would just be a curated small group of people.
Oh God! Yeah. After the press conference, any questions? I guess. What do you I like that thought?
Andrew, I can't tell you what the bills are for. Perfect.
It's the best question, man. God damn it. Yeah, we can come. I wasn't sure how it could go, but fuck, man, that's a great question. Oh yeah, Hawksworthers. I had to lie to protect my country.
Yeah. That's what I was gonna say.
Damn it. Oh God. Oh, shit. Oh, that's bad. Nuke
Senate
Japan
court.
again.
Like the Supreme Court's having to be convened to like pass a law on Burnell versus Tevin.
Like Danger News Burnell versus Tevin. Oh God.
Oh, I see is gifted an enormous 50 visas.
Thanks so much. That's really gonna help out.
Qaeda is using lag tactics, so we're just going to stop there.
Oh, and thanks for your taxes. That's gonna help next fiscal year.
President Burnell, you're being impeached. What do you have to say in your defense? I did nothing wrong. Did everything correct?
In every impeachment, there's a nugget of truth, what I like to call a nugget of truth, and then on top of that.
Oh man,
These Democrats, they're just spinning it. They're just spinning all this bullshit.
Tevin versus the Board of Education. Yeah, there we go.
Let me tell you how a bill gets passed. First of all, back in 1776.
Oh God, yeah.
He's gonna be the first Italian American president, you guys. He's gonna break new ground.
I'm gonna do a reboot of
You can see on this painting of Lincoln, he's got greasy Italian hair.
Yeah, one and the same. I'm gonna do a reboot of Project Manhattan. Sound good?
Well done.
Oh God. Okay, let's move on. That was an incredible question. Obviously,
Too good.
Obviously, incredible.
They're not stopping the chat.
No, they're not. Where am I invading? You still haven't told me. Oh fuck.
Oh, this is going to be a new short or a new bit or something, isn't it?
Just once a week, presidential stuff. First Silvano president. Yes. Okay. I'm dead.
Right.
Okay.
Here is Iviga.
This is Eviga, because I know a lot of people want to say Iviga, but it's Eviga. Dumb story to why I have that name. Big ups for your podcast. All I really gotta say right now is the whole emergency thing is just really fucking dumb that he's pulling, but we all know he's gonna be back anyway. And this weird cosmic ballet would just keep going. The stars will align, and Lord knowing that we'll just hear Cat in the background saying, "I don't care," when he loses his channel. We all know that's going to happen. Anyways, big ups to everybody.
Yeah, I should say that was at least a week old, so Yeah, that's what he's
Yep.
referring to.
And what was the final word? Is Iviga, right? That's what it makes it.
Iviga.
Iviga, got it. So
It's
think
like
about eyeball,
instinct, so, you know. it's all right.
eyeball, and then Viga, and then you got it. So Iviga. Thank you, sir. Just kidding.
Yeah, that emergency thing was pretty goofy because now it's completely memory hold. It's like he hasn't talked about it ever since, as far as I know.
Yeah, well, there was a brief mention last night during an elite stream that I caught. Phil had been talking about the pain he'd been feeling in his back, and he said, like, my upper back was really bad for about a week there. Remember last week when I wasn't even here on Tuesday because everything was going wrong in my life.
Oh, see, that doesn't sound like health, though, does it? That does not sound like health, right? I know we're past the point of judging what it is and stuff, but that doesn't sound like health to me. I mean, for a normal person, but again, he's not. So,
what did he say?
I was
again,
actually
sorry?
talking about the copyright strikes.
Oh,
remember that? That's still a thing.
Yeah. That's true too. That's still a thing that that's memory hold because more important news came up. You know.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's the emergency you guys are talking about. I was just gin braining.
Yeah. Sam, I put a clip in our Discord of the bit I caught from Unleashed stream where he said that. Yeah. It was like, it was just in there. It was like, talking about blah, 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 blah. Like everything was going wrong in my life. It just felt like everything hit me all at once. And then blah, 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 moved on. And it was just one of those little moments where I was like, hang on a minute. There's something there. Because you've been playing it as medical. And you could probably say, there's the stress of like your copyright strikes as well. But it's like, that's not everything going wrong in my life. That sounds serious. So
yeah.
It doesn't sound like health at all to me. Like that sounds like, something happened outside of your life that like you got to take care of, kind of, to me.
Yeah.
Team divorce is stocks are going up a little bit, maybe. I don't know. Could be
definitely team, a couple of things going on for me. There's one big thing and one small thing, and the small thing's covering up the big thing. That's what I'm still sticking with, I think. Right.
All right, now we're getting the super chat version of the president stuff. Reno Ryan, guys, you keep bringing up the 4-year plan when I was running for president. What 4-year plan? What are you talking about?
Also, shout out the Side Scrollers Trav for the membership and Be Awesome One for 4 months.
Oh, big ups. Sorry for not
So we
missing,
can
but
read all of that.
legends. Legends both. All right, go ahead, Steve. Sam.
Right, here is Fiskas.
Hey, that being said, podcast Fiskas here. Big ups to you and all my fellow detractors, critics, and trolls. I was watching one of Hit Army's recent videos, shout out, and I heard Phil talk about some, information being vetted, and he keeps using this term about vetting information. However, I don't think he understands what that word means. It's another buzzword that he picked up someplace, which he has no idea how to use it. Kind of like, robust, high grade, meaningful, all that stuff. I think he means with information vetting, the way he uses it, I think he believes it means the person confessed to it. Phil, you fucking pig roach. Here's the vetting of information. Here's the definition. Make a careful and critical examination of something, right? It's not confessing, Phil. Get these buzzwords out of your mouth, along with, the gin and Tyrone's cock. But that's another story. Big ups to you and all my fellow detractors.
Tyrone making an appearance. It's like, just like say, it's a good point, Vish. I did nothing wrong. Debunked means I said it wasn't true. That's what that means. There's a lot of words like that. Vetted means that that's what Fiskas is saying here. That vetted means that the other person said it's true, so it's 100% true. There's a lot of words like that. Steve knows them way more than me. A lot of words that Phil uses incorrectly.
Percentile is following me to my grave, you know that.
Puerile.
But I think this is one of those, because I'll bring it up and down this hill. This is a socialization thing again. He's just picking these words up either from games or from chat. He's got no other context to which he learns these things. So, if he socialized more, he might be able to pick it up contextually. He might be able to understand, when he's in conversation with somebody like a friend. But no, he's got nothing. So he gets it wrong constantly. And like Sam said earlier, it's like the confidence of him being wrong is part of like what blows your mind, because you're like, how are you that unaware of what you're saying being wrong? But again, it's because he didn't socialize, so he didn't know. So yeah, it's just an annoying thing.
Yep.
Got like a smaller list, you know. It's not things he mispronounces, things he misuses. So
Yeah.
Yes, no, like groupthink. Yeah. That was the first. That was the trigger for me.
Chill equals unbridled rage. There you go. Yeah.
I still don't get Green Mountain time. Now that we're on this subject, I still don't get Green Mountain time. Where did?
Yeah, I don't. Is that a possibility? Is there any link there that you know of, chat, that why someone might think that? I've never heard of the Green Mountain. Like I know, it's not a place, right? Green Mountain. There's no place on the Rocky Mountains that is called Green Mountain, is there? I mean, that could be what he's thinking. But there's not, as far as I know.
There is a thing, I think, but or is it? I remember looking at it at the time. No, there's just a place in the US, isn't there, called Green Mountain? And that's, I don't know. He's just obviously.
See where like the earliest mention is. I
Okay,
think it's
so-
like one of them Tom Clancy games.
When you look up Green Mountain time, it pulls up time in Green Mountain, North Carolina.
Yeah.
So I guess it's something.
it's a
But
thing, I
this is-
guess.
It's Tom Clancy's Hogs has a mention of it.
Well, I know it's Mountain Time. I know.
Time.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Mountain Time
okay.
is the real thing, but there's no green attached to it.
Yes.
Dude, why did he do that then? I'm sorry. He's reading a file on Tom Clancy's, and it says at 11:40 hours GMT on June 19th, and he goes at 11:40 hours GMT. That's Green Mountain time, and I don't know where that comes from. There's nothing that says Green Mountain on this.
Yeah, the real word Greenwich Mean Time.
It's Greenwich Mean Time, yeah.
So it's not even Mountain Time, but everyone says Mountain Time. I'll tell you that right the fuck now. So there's a lot of dents out there, basically.
It's weird how some of these things stick around. I'm sorry.
Mountain time is an actual time zone. It is. It's keeps time by subtracting 7 hours, etc., and it's New Mexico, Wyoming, Utah, Colorado, and Montana. So it's an actual thing. But Green Mountain time is just a made-up thing that nobody corrected him on. So he just goes along with it.
Okay, so it's Mountain Time. There we go. Now I'm the dent. Mountain Time is correct. Mountain Time, but there's no G.
But that's the thing. Getting it wrong, getting something wrong is not a big deal, because then somebody corrects you, or you look it up and you learn the right thing. Everybody gets things wrong all the time, like with iVega, right? But his whole refusal to learn it and to correct himself is what actually he's being made fun of.
Yeah, exactly. He's just so insecure that he can't handle something like that. Something as tiny as that.
Yeah,
Even
or the-
that matters. It's so
Inhalers, remember that? That was such
Yeah,
an
the
easy
inhalers, yeah.
inhaler. He
Yeah.
came back the next day defending himself with that. It's so easy to say, "Oh man, that was stupid." He'll never say he did something stupid though. It's so simple. VLX saying behind the scenes lobbying is not illegal, and if you keep saying shit like that, you're gonna get banned. D-Dog has a question: Team Zelda PJs or Team Hunter pants? Very serious.
Zelda
question.
PJs.
Yeah, Zelda PJs.
Oh,
Yeah.
Zelda PJs.
Oh god, his Zelda facts were off the. Oh god, he has so many great Zelda facts that were definitely true and 100% true. Link to the Past was the first game with battery backup. Did you know that, guys? Because it was actually the third game to have battery backup, but Phil said it was first.
I need to
Also,
go
he
back
tried
and watch
during the
this.
ending. Yeah,
Something I'll never actually do. I know I won't do it. But like, can I ask, like, for the games that you didn't know anything about, did he have little facts like that, or was it just, I haven't played that, I don't know anything about it? Like, which one was it?
It was the worst for me. It was the worst one yet. Right, I think it was the worst one because he there's so many things he didn't know. Like you can't have a tier list if you don't know 75% of the games. I mean that's just dumb choice to do.
Yeah.
All right, guys,
Yeah.
I never played this one. Fuck, never played this one. That just makes a bad time for everybody. Or remove them from the list before you start.
But I bet he doesn't know how. Like,
He won't know.
and yeah, he needs someone to help him do that. So
He don't know how to do it himself. And he was talking to chat about like doing it themselves.
Yeah. Oh yeah. If someone wants to do that, that's great. I mean, cool, right? That'd be great. That's good shit.
How
you know?
fucking like how sad is that though, man? Like he just cannot be fucked to just open up the website and go, click that, probably drag that. I've never used it, but I'm assuming it's probably drag things in. Probably you can probably import your own little JPEGs into there. Nothing. It's just everything is like I've never done that before. Again, I've said it before, but he sounds like my dad. You know, he's just anything he's if he's never done it before, then he instantly doesn't know how. And the concept of him trying it out and learning it for himself is just like, nah, can't do that.
Yeah. Yeah, it was normal shit. You're not missing much. It's just him trying to say information he knows. He did cry at the end of Link to the Past. That was his favorite game. He cried at the end of that, and there's nothing memorable. Every game is kind of whatever.
Sam, if you wanted to stream more, you should react to that.
There you
Probably
go.
be like really funny for you.
Yeah. People love it.
He ends up knowing like 6 of them, doesn't he? Out of like what 20, 30.
It's like we were talking the other day about like how his thumbnails don't have any kind of intrigue, no reason to click on them. But that extends to the content of that stream as well, because that was the one bit of intrigue that he kind of laid out before it was what which one's going to be my favorite, because everyone says it's this, but I might not think that. And it's like, but it was Ocarina of Time, wasn't it? Like that's the only thing.
3DS, 3DS, not the original, not the original.
Oh, was
That
it not?
C-tier.
Okay.
C-tier.
Right. Okay. Got you.
Yeah.
Didn't know that.
But he's the okay. We shouldn't do this, but
Just
he gets
Ben,
the fucking. He's the fucking king of. Okay, Zelda 2 is different than Zelda 1. I don't know if you guys know that. Different style. He's like, they did something totally different. It was kind of like, what? Why are they doing something different? But then in the game, if they did the same exact thing, he'd be like, he stuck to the same formula. I don't know why they didn't try to change shit up. He goes both ways every time. It's like, shut the fuck up and talk about what it is. Then you can't say like this is good and bad simultaneously, right? Like they changed it up, and everyone was like, what? What are they doing? Why did they change it? What? They're trying to make a new fucking game that you're not going to complain. It's the same fucking game. It's just mindless. Like he just needs comments to say, so he says shit like that endlessly.
Yeah.
That's the stream. Is just trying to say stuff to say, trying to find stuff to say.
Yeah. For somebody who constantly asks for your feedback and your creative, constructive criticism, he's really bad at giving out any. And even when he does reviews of stuff, it's like, oh, this didn't do anything unique. Like what? What unique thing would you like it to do? How would you like this to be better?
Yeah, that's so true. Actually, like his only criticism of gaming, like in that top 10 that he did that I edited. Like, he just kept using the same words. He was like fun, unique, different. And it's like, so what? What does that mean? Does that mean you want every game to literally be a completely different genre? Like, that's how that comes across. In which case,
but then I'll get pissed at that too.
Well,
Too much. Like, what?
Yeah.
What is this? Is not GTA I know.
Yeah.
How did they drop the ball this hard? Damn.
Trying
Fucking
something
mouth
new with
fooler.
these like fucking motion controls or shit, or like this thing where like this part you're a wolf or something, and oh no, so he didn't play them, so he's fine. He didn't play fucking Ocarina. No, he played Ocarina. Sorry, he didn't play Wind Waker. He didn't play Skyward Sword. He didn't play Twilight Princess. And it's like, mate, if you want to paint yourself as a Zelda fan, you should at least play the main lines. You can forgive like some of the handhelds. Not everybody buys a Game Boy Advance. It's fine. You can forgive that, but. Like all these mainline ones that you're skipping, I can guarantee you he skipped Wind Waker because he was like, oh, it's too cartoony, too kiddie, fuck it, it's fucking one of the best. So,
go ahead, Mirka. You're gonna say something though.
Sure.
Yeah, no, you guys said everything that I wanted to say, so there you go.
Yeah, the devs lost their way. That's a famous DSP saying. The devs lost their way. Phil can't develop a
Nintendo.
sandwich. He can't develop what was this best
Lunch
like
meat.
lunch
Lunch
meat
meat sandwich.
but he can bust on other developers for sorry Derek, not bust. He can criticize other developers.
Someone mentioned earlier that he might have pronounced Ocarina weird.
Yeah, he does. He does. I've got it on there somewhere.
He does the ah. Does he do the ah?
Is it
Ocarina.
okay.
Ocarina, yeah.
Of course.
Yeah, I've got it. Yeah, Ocarina.
Oh, has he done it before? This is not the
Yeah,
first time. Right, okay. Well, this is consistent.
Consistently shit. All right, let's go. Message time.
I just couldn't imagine trying to do something like that and not knowing, you know.
Yeah, like you're not an idiot. You would do shit you know. Like, you know,
Yeah.
I don't know, your favorite music bands. All right, put up shit you know. You don't put up like, all right, the Fuzzy Weevils. I don't know, never heard of that
Fucking
band.
do fighting games. Just get over all fucking fighting games.
Yeah.
Okay, but in then in that situation, if something caught me off guard like that, think on your feet. Go and fucking listen to them. React to them on stream.
Yeah.
Then
that's
rank that, yeah.
demonetized. He'll be so scared of fucking demonetizing 30 cents.
That's actually the thing. He was flexing about those videos being one of the videos that never get claimed. So you can leave a super thanks on it. That's what he said. You guys, even you fucking freeloading on demand watching fucking dumbasses. Even you can give me money.
With a YouTube audience that I didn't give a shit about for like 4 years on Twitch.
Yeah. Now I care, so you should care too. So
I'm
great.
back. You can go back to like giving me money again. It's great.
Michael Kitchen says Street Fighter 2 cast list done. I'm choosing to believe that that's the only thing he knows about. I'm assuming that's.
But it's like,
about
right, that's
right.
coming for your Street Fighter thing that's coming up for Street Fighter 6, and that's fine. You want to save that. But fighting games in general, you know, lists like Street Fighters, Mortal Kombats, you know, Dead or Alive's, Tekken's, whatever, you know.
He's played a fuck ton of those. And I'm surprised he hasn't played more Zeldas, to be honest. But I guess he said he didn't got the handheld because he couldn't stream that back in the day. So of course you didn't play those. Fuck no, you crazy?
And the Wii's for kids. So
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, Minish Cap was good. I don't know how I always say Minish, which I expect. He said
Minish,
Minish
yeah.
Cap. Yeah.
Fuck
Minish Cap. I like that.
You could also run a poll in chat with like a couple of possibilities and do a tier list of a series of games like that has like 5, 7, 8 series, like Call of Duty or something like that. He's played all of them probably. There's so many things. Because like when we did a tier list, we did 3 of them. We made sure to put stuff that we can actually talk about and things that we know about and we can have banter about. And that's why it was so fun.
Yeah, or if like at least there's 4 of us, and if one of us doesn't know, then the other 3 can educate that person. It's not just kind of a wasted thing, you know. It's so bizarre.
But even then, you could have had like, you know, hey, I've not played these games. Run a poll in chat for the like a potential playthrough. I'll go through like some.
That's way too
just while
creative,
I'm doing
Steve. You're too creative, man. That's way too creative. You went 100 times too creative.
I don't know. Like my only experience of tier list is this, and on Thus when we did a serial killer tier list, and that was completely different vibe. So
yeah.
Who won? Who's the best?
Yeah, who's the best? Who's your favorite?
We ranked people like Jeffrey. I argued Jeffrey Dahmer for S. Dennis Nielsen, I think, got quite high. Fred and Rose.
Who doesn't? Yeah.
Fred and Rose got high. Mara Hindley and Ian Brady. We split them. We sort of like put them at the top and the bottom. So like they were both the best and the worst because you can't ignore the shock factor of the crimes, but also their cuts. So you know we don't want to recognize that. So yeah. Hey, it was fun. Go give it a watch over on Super Toughest channel. Chilling because you know I need to get that bag pimp.
All right, we have 20 minutes left. Oh, Sam, could you please play the bit? I believe we have another Derek-isms for everybody here in the. I believe so. Or no, excuse me. This is still awesome. Phil Burnell from London again.
Right.
Another appearance from Phil in London.
You know, you know what you should rank? You should rank DoorDash drivers.
Yeah, definitely. Ratio is great. Can't speak English so well, but he was on time. Steve, he was there 4 hours early. What a fucking asshole.
Yeah, guarantee I wasn't.
There you go. Anyone wants to make a bit out of that? Go for it. It's a good idea. Right, here's.
I'm still thinking of a State of the Union.
Yeah.
All right, so lasses and lads, DSP here. Just want to address this. I got some slack for saying I shop at Marks and Spencer. Where do you want me to shop? At Iceland, eh? Listen, I ain't about that fucking housing benefit Kerry Katona bollocks, all right? Iceland's for the plebs and waste men of society, you get me? Speaking of, I did go M&S for some turkey mince and Lucozade Purple, the best Lucozade, but again, that cunt of a worker was giving me lip. Something about me having chipped fat hair and a Bo Selector style face, whatever that fucking means. I thought to myself, oh no you didn't, you motherfucking nincompoop shirt lifter. Mark my fucking
Wow!
words. I'm coming for you. As I left the shop and told him to have a good day. I will say, it's been tough over the years. There's T everywhere and it makes me think about my rival, T Carter. I think the T stood for tips. I don't know, we weren't really mates, but yeah, if you can contribute, we almost hit the Gilet Street goal of giving me 100 quid where I'll debut my new fancy Gilet from Superdry. So whatever you can, please tip me. Every little helps, Tesco style, you know? Way. Wow. Tea was first discovered in 1651 by Sir Stratford C.T. Cool, blimey, very interesting. I did not know that. Thanks, Derek, you absolute nonce. Right, I best be off. Kat has made a sticky kidney pie from scratch. She said she had a cake that her friend Tyrone and roadmen style mates gave her, called a boo cake or something. I tried to have a sneaky gander at this cake, but there's nothing in the kitchen. I don't know how Kat's able to eat all this drivel and not get sick. I've just downed a bottle of Calpol so my gout-ridden body can take her cooking. I guess she's had to learn from being with that Nissan Microman. That reminds me, when looking for that boo cake, the brake fluid under the sink must be leaking, as there seems to be less and less whenever I see it. Some of it's on the floor, but not to worry, it's sweet, so just won't eat it, you fucking poncy gits. Anyway, I'm off. Tally-ho.
This is too good. I'm missing so much. You guys are losing it. So you guys can rate that, please. How good was that one?
I think I don't know if it's ever come up before, but Bo Selector style face that's going to be a thing
Spot
now.
on. Yeah. That is probably one of the best descriptions of Phil, and I'm so sorry you guys aren't going to get it because it's
especially because they all wore glasses and they could easily be gunner glasses. Yeah.
It's a comedy show with a guy.
What's a shirt lifter?
Yes. That got a big reaction.
That might get us demonetized if not.
That is a
I'm gonna look it up.
Yes, look
a
it up.
hateful slur. Or a harmful slur.
Oh,
yeah.
It's a homosexual style gentleman.
It is.
Oh, okay.
That's what it means.
Yeah.
That's
twice now.
Hey, he's never said harmful slurs though, so he didn't say anyone. You took that out of context.
We did have one from I think it was Kaiser last week.
Yes, so that was a bad one too. That was a different person though. He's different now. That was a character.
Yeah.
That was literally a
completely different now. Yeah. Even though he still did ask us what was for dinner, so he can still go fuck off.
We could say it was a character. We're not lying.
Yeah, that was a character too. So don't ban us. Whoever's take Susan's place.
Can we do the Philip Agrippa message next? I'm very curious what that's going to be like. Seems like a fun discussion.
We will eventually do our English style DSP thing. I had a thought earlier, actually, just before I play this. Me and Steve should write it out. No, you guys should write out what we need to say, something that DSP would say. Then we translate it into English, colloquialisms, etc. And then we give that back to you, and you have to read it. And I was thinking, it would be like Phil and Kat as, one's a Brummie, one's a Scouse or something, I think that'd be
good. Okay. So I can get you to read it as that's amazing level of away as far as away we can get from a British person as possible.
Yeah.
I think.
Yeah.
And we're reading. Okay, cool. We could. Well, I'll try to.
How much is that how many Attack on Titan figures is that going to cost us?
A lot of figures. That's a lot of figures right there, my friends. That's a lot of figures.
Right. So we need your buy-in, everybody.
Okay, let's go. Let's get the meat. Wait, you go ahead. You can read the title.
You read it.
It's Philippe Agrippa. Go ahead, Sam, please.
Yes, this is Philippe Agrippa. What is meaningful sexual content?
Sub boyfriends. DSP actually said that he can handle only meaningful and tasteful sexual content in games. I still remember him. How appalled he was at the main character in Amnesia Rebirth breastfeeding her baby, which was a scene where it was supposed to show her emotions, love, and care for her baby, aka it was meaningful, and he acted like it was super sexual, which it wasn't. and he actually said he didn't want to see tits in a video game. So it got me thinking, what's your favorite reaction of his to any kind of thing he deemed sexual, be it when he laughed or what he liked or what he actually disliked, like when he was looking all over just not to see the twins in Atomic Heart or whatever. Thanks, guys.
That guy was having fun. I tell you that. The best part of that, if you watch it again, it's so funny. It's always funny. But if you watch that part of that fucking game, whatever it's called, Atomic Heart, when he gets to that refrigerator, right? He tries to talk more to cover up what she's saying, even. So he tries to fill the air more with just random stuff. I can't even hear what I'm doing. I can't tell what I'm doing. I don't even know what I'm doing. I can't tell what I'm doing. She's not talking that much, but it's incredible. It's incredible. You watch it again. I'm sure you've all seen it in the chat.
It's panic, isn't it? He panics.
Yeah.
Just cannot handle this.
He turned the sound off for the whole stream. Like, not for the whole stream, but for everybody else. So they wouldn't hear any of the sexual stuff. Yeah. But I would say my favorite has to be in Cyberpunk 2077. There was a sex scene that is, it's not even really graphic, but you can see him having sex. And he busts out the good old greasy "oh my god," which is like, oh my god. Oh my god. It's like it's like it was some like monk that has never seen anything sexual, and he's like so grossed out and disgusted by it. It was like the most alien reaction I've ever seen.
Yeah, I love that as well. That's my signifier for this is where he's cringing. This is where he's really uncomfortable. Because you can guarantee his attitude towards sex it's okay if you're married and it's for having kids. He's regressed that far back now. We've come a long way from like Metal Gear Solid 3 where he's zooming into the boss's tits, whatever.
Oh yeah. There's so many compilations of that, but you're right. That is like, I want to see more of her tits. Come on. Oh yeah, that's a good angle. Yeah. Oh yeah. That level.
Yeah. Like
you played the Mafia thing today on stream on the WPIG. That shit was like 20 minutes straight up just sex jokes, and it was like the first level of the game, and it was just sex jokes, nothing else. And Panda Lee was in the room, I think, even. So he wasn't afraid of that.
Oh no, he was saying, "Oh, she looks hot," and they were looking at like pictures of like hot girls and posters, like, "Oh, look at this, give me some of that." Like. It's a different world, right?
Yeah, completely comfortable around each other, or he was with her anyway. I don't know what she was like, but yeah, totally different now, man.
You're being too. They weren't jokes, by the way, though. They were not jokes. They were just saying sexual stuff. That was his comedy. Was like, whoa, tits.
Well, yeah,
whoa,
I know,
nice ass. That's the joke, by the way. There's nothing else added. That's the joke.
Yeah. There's no joke there. It's just literally what he is thinking at the time. Especially that MGS3 playthrough. It's like every time that Eva or the boss is on screen or whatever like that, it's just like the sound effects he's making, and then you watch his redemption run. It's just like nothing. No. Did he even mention it? I don't know. It's too busy reading chat.
I think it might be fun to go back because he's played Ride to Hell Retribution, and there's some sex scenes in that that are really, really bad.
Oh yeah.
So I think it might be fun to go back and have a look at that. But yeah, like through Bayonetta, there's a lot of cringing as well because obviously Bayonetta's quite a sexualized character
style.
So there's a bit of that. I remember a lot of gay jokes in Sleeping Dogs. You got very, very out of nowhere, really. There's not much sexualized. It's implied sometimes because there's like a dating mechanic. So occasionally you get like you'd be out for a drive with a girl and then you both stood there and the camera pans off and like the implication being.
Right.
But, out of nowhere, there's just like this onslaught of gay jokes through that playthrough. And it's really weird.
Yep.
So, yeah.
That great Hate Army video says, he literally says, I've never used hateful slurs. I'm a proud ally. I've never used them. Never.
Oh,
like, at least you could say something like, I used it back in the day. You could have said something like that, but he doesn't say that. He says, I've never used them. Like,
doesn't being an ally mean you're actually taking some action to stand up for those people that are being oppressed and shit like that? All he does is has like a template slide on his slideshow before his stream that says he's an ally. That's it. He's never done anything, never even retweeted a single post saying that he stands up for some of those people, or he stands by them, or he supports them in any kind of way. But you can find a 20-minute compilation of him calling people a bundle of sticks.
That slide doesn't have the words gay, lesbian, bisexual, LGBTQ, trans. It doesn't have anything.
It's just like a rainbow flag, right?
Words. It's a rainbow flag to be like, I believe that everybody is okay to live their life the way they are. It's like the most generic, bland, performative shit, and there's no effort.
Yeah.
Like, you couldn't talk about, like, say there's like a Supreme Court ruling about like a case where a gay couple's been discriminated against. You could talk about that in his chat. You could be like, hey, Phil, if you're an ally, you'd be okay with us talking about this. What, derailed band.
Yeah.
But not talking about that. Not talking about this. I don't know what you're talking about.
He did say he supports all kinds of different people getting married, and that was his big statement. I watched that today on WPIG.
Very strong statement. Very strong stance there. From Phil.
My favorite clip to cut to, if I was to do that, if I had that slide, the clip I would cut to would be the one that I showed Steve a while back, where it was like, I can recite it word for word, actually. He says, Java just did a whole bunch of super chats about pronouns. No one cares, so you can stop talking about that now. And thank you for the super chat.
No one cares. What an ally. Yeah, that's true. Like, Trav, that's true. Like, everyone, I admit it myself. When I was in high school, man, gay was just a thing to say about people. That's just what it was. Oh, that's gay. Oh, that movie, that's gay. Oh,
yeah.
What time are we getting home? That's gay. It's that we said it. So, but the problem is when you say, I've never said those in my life. But hateful slurs, what the fuck are you talking? What's the exact word there? What the fuck are you talking about? Hateful slurs.
Lame-brained.
Yeah, lame-brained pieces of shit. Yeah, dog. Oh, I forget.
Another one I know off by heart. What the fuck are you fucking talking about, you lame brain pieces of dumb fucking shit?
There you go. Yeah. That's Sam's superpower. Buzz.
Is it Snood? Next quiz? They better be around.
All right. What the ass? All right, let's go. Let's get. We got 3 more minutes until we're supposed to go to check this. Cat is extremely interested in this right now. Okay, yeah.
Right. This is going to be good. Brad Bernian presents an ode to DSP/TBS Part 2.
Oh, yeah.
Part 2 is the sequel.
For you. Okay, while the music warms up a bit, I don't want to cause beef with another person, in the Stratosphere, but Richard Young last week in chat said, is this like the one guy who does haikus for DSP? No, it's nothing fucking like that, right? This is art. So, I used to watch Phil every single day. He banned me, though, for farting the wrong way. Who does Phil love? No one. Who does ALT love? Chaos Realm 01. Phil gets up from his chair and can't help but wheeze. WWE Network, could you repeat that, please? Phil, as Colonel Sanders, kept saying, boy. Back on the groupthink, I miss our old pal Leroy. To not be a lolcow, Phil just needs a chance. Just while he pays off the TV he bought on finance. Phil has a perfect analogy for any occasion. He dated Panda Lee, who, by the way, is not Asian. Kat's birthday was ruined by Phil not preparing. He saved the day, though, and took her to Burger King. In the Snort Fort, yet another mess Kat has made. If she was a young black girl, Phil would sell her to the slave trade. Okay, that's a bit harsh. That was a bit harsh, one, but oh well, there you go. And a part 2, hope you enjoyed.
Nice.
Very good.
Develop a character, please. Don't take it out of context. So hit us with 1 or 2 more, Samuel.
Okay. Regis Philgin, no gimmick.
We believe
hey
him or
guys,
not.
it's been a while since I called in without a gimmick. Hopefully I still remember how. I've been watching Phil and his repeated coverage of every single thing that happens up with Redfall. And yeah, I get it. The game's not perfect. It's got some problems. But he played it for free through Game Pass. There was no $60 drop or $80 for the special edition. It It was no additional cost to him whatsoever, yet he cannot seem to let go of this. And I can't wrap my head around why, especially when Jedi Survivor is in quite a state as well. And he actually did drop money on that, yet seems more focused on complaining about how bad Redfall was, which is the game he didn't pay for. I just don't understand the logic here. Is it just that that's the one that's getting the most press, so he's chasing that? I mean, I guess it must be, but I don't know. Somebody help me out here. Throw me a bone.
When your
so.
whole news is related to Twitter, you kind of got to follow the Twitter trends, right? So if you see Redfall is, a lot of people talking about Redfall right now. They're busting on it. I'm gonna say that too. Oh shit! Star Wars people are still saying it's bad, but it's pretty good. A lot of people talking about it. I'll keep going with that. That's just what I think. But what do you think?
People know Star Wars. I don't know. His way of thinking is so simplistic that it probably is. The Star Wars thing's so annoying as well, because I've seen people saying that if you just play it on like quality mode, it runs at 30 pretty solidly. So you should just do that. But he's so weird about having everything run at that silky smooth 60 frames.
It's an excuse.
Buttery, silky.
It's an excuse because when things are, when frames are dropping and the game's lagging, it's not reading his inputs correctly. So when he dies, it's nothing he could do. The game's lagging. It's dropping frames.
Yeah.
Shit. Need better optimization. The devs are fucking assholes and so on and so forth.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, there you go. It's just something that's easy to hate on. I mean, I must have watched like 50 videos about Redfall being trash, and I never even intend to play the game. I just like watching those videos because they're fun.
Yeah.
And he could have cheesed himself a couple of thousand views if he made a video about how much it sucks. But he didn't even bother playing it. And he wouldn't even play it so he can make fun of it and have one of those videos where it's just like a dude has like stream clips of him playing a game and the game sucks and you just laugh at it. But he couldn't do that because he's way too toxic. He would just unironically just hate it and be toxic at it and tell the developers to go jump off a cliff or something.
Yeah.
Oh, there you go.
I've made the mistake of I've made the mistake of tuning into his Star Wars playthrough a couple of times, and both times I've tuned in, he's been fighting a frog. Like,
once it was two frogs.
You forgot the double. It's like dual shock, dude.
It's the same as the we've had exactly the same thing as what happened with Elden Ring that first time. Like it may even have been the first day he started playing it. He was just trying to beat that is it Tree Sentinel at the beginning of the game.
There was thingy. Was it Ludwig as well in Bloodborne?
Oh yeah.
The Old Hunters DLC that absolutely wrecked him. So,
just so like stubborn, isn't it?
I mean,
the Tree Sentinel, he died 35 times, and it was immediately after he left the actual tutorial. Immediately, he face tanked the dude until he beat him, and there was like the reason why he did all of this is so he can shit on the people who didn't do that. And he can claim as his playthrough being meaningful and being better than everybody else's playthrough. He was in a contest with nobody else, basically, in a contest that he created in his own mind. And just so he can be better than somebody for once.
That's true, actually. Yeah, he's gone out of his way to say other people aren't doing as well as me, as though like that's something like that somehow makes you a better YouTuber or something.
Legitimate, more legitimate playthrough. Yeah, good.
You get it every now and then, like, Phil, did you know Maximilian's like quit it on hard mode or whatever? And he's like, well, fuck him, I'm playing.
He perks up at that. Oh,
God,
I can't believe you quit that. Oh my God. These are all optional, by the way. 100% optional. Are you kind of meant? I'm not playing the game, but aren't you meant to like come back to that when you're stronger? Like, if you don't play, and then he says the pacing of the game is bad too. By the way, when you're making the choice to play these fucking later game bosses that are optional. But you can complain about pacing it anyway. Okay, sounds good.
Yeah,
they're optional bosses though. That's the point we all recognize. I'm probably going to bash my head against a wall a bit, but eventually I'll overcome it and it'll be fine.
Yeah. For most people, it's they're there quite literally right at the start. You're intended to get your ass handed to you to teach you a lesson, and then you fuck off for like 20 hours and then come back and beat the shit out of them. Like that's what they're there for. They're not meant to be like, You're not meant to just keep bashing your fucking head against the wall until you do it. I mean, you can if you want, but it doesn't make for very interesting content.
Right. It was supposed to spotlight Elden Ring's open world that you can literally just go do something else, then come back and tackle the boss when you're powerful. But like Steve brought up, Maximilian dude, he quit it or skipped it, which was also a narrative when he quit the Callisto Protocol the day one. And he made it up as this big drama, like Maximilian was giving bad press to the game. And now people are not going to play the game, and the game is really good, you guys.
That's Maximilian dude. Okay, we got to make a list of like who does Phil hate the most in the world. Like Maximilian dude, or maybe who is he most jealous of? Might be a better question because Maximilian dude is top three. Yeah, that's tier list. Who does Phil want to be the most?
He's got to be
who does
somewhere.
Phil think
at the
he
top.
should be the most? I think maybe that's the best way to say it.
I
He
think
thinks
that's-
Maximilian dude is living his life right now. I can guarantee that.
He's somewhere at the top because he probably annoys Phil the most because he never responds to anything. He's just so above that and doesn't. I'm sure people have probably gone into his stream and said, "Did you hear DSP saying this about you?" And he must see this occasionally and just like, okay, like it's just no. Phil would love a response from Max because then he gets to say something. He gets to do one of these videos about him or something. It's just not going to happen.
But Max is just way too positive to bother with this shit. Some people like Keemstar, they're going to play with it. They're going to take advantage of that opportunity. Oh, this dude shit talked me. Let's play.
Yeah.
But Max, he's just like a regular positive dude. He doesn't want to bother with his toxic shit.
Yep. He's actually operating a household. Maximilian dude.
Actual family.
And that's the other thing. Yeah. He's got a kid.
His son has all their fingers.
Well, they're not hooves. No.
All right, 4 minutes until we have to play our big thing. So we should get to the questions. We're not going to read them.
Yeah, should we look at this?
Yes. Oh,
right,
fuck.
So the question was, tell us about your favorite obscure DSP moment that other people may not know about. And we've had a lot of answers. Throwing away the leftover beef. Invisible Mute says.
Yeah.
That's incredible.
Oh, that's a classic. And the only reason we know that is because the reflection of the microwave was perfect. Because he thought we couldn't see that, by the way. He was just like, oh, let me just get rid of this. I don't give a shit. But the microwave showed all. The tractor microwave. Big ups.
What? I found a segment from an old Fall Guys video where DSP was talking about taking pills for his bad farts.
I have heard that. Yeah, I have heard that. Yes, I got to find out. I have heard that. I don't know if the exact story, but yeah, he did talk about that.
Okay, DSP acting full-blown Karen mode during his argument with Triforce back in the day. That's from
I
Mouth
remember that
Drooler.
one.
Yeah. That shit was toxic as fuck. It wasn't even Karen mode. It was just toxic as fuck, piece of shit mode.
Okay. Hey Army says my favorite is when he popped the top of the whale tail gin bottle and he said, "Oh," with a PogChamp mouth, and then he sniffed it and he said, "Oh," like he was a stoner smelling some weed. Right? Yeah.
Yeah. So happy, pure bliss.
Former alcoholic. Sorry.
And what's the new thing? Now we get to change
Tequila.
up the liquor. What's next? Tequila or whatever? I can remember.
Tequila, allegedly.
Yeah. Fuck yeah.
I want him an
Fuck yeah.
absinthe. I want to see what that does to him. That will fuck him up so bad. I want it.
I know he's really paranoid of this, but one of these days he's gonna get actually fucked up on stream because he's impulsive like that. He's just gonna drink more than he can handle, and he's gonna end up saying some really toxic shit. And I'm looking forward to that. That's gonna be entertaining as fuck.
Agree.
12 hours at least, guarantee it.
That's a good one. Midlife Crisis brought up a good one. Super Mario Sunshine was a viewer's choice game. He made everyone vote and choose it, and it took him a year, 12 months to play that game. Yeah, that's a classic bit of lore. All these rabbit holes.
Yeah.
Yes, WWE Supercard. Good call there. A lot of spending on that game as well. It's kind of forgotten about because WWE Champions is a meme, but WWE Supercard was a game he spent plenty of time with, and forums. I'm going crazy in the forums. Good shout there, Misery Merchant.
What's this one about? When Keemstar called him level 1, he said something like, "So people say I'm a first day loser." Did he say that?
Send me the link if you got it. I'm not doubting anybody, but I don't remember that either.
Should do a recap of that, because that was a whole stream after Keem did his video in the kitchen.
Yeah.
Huge rant out of that. So
That's the best. Keem is like playing him like a a cat plays with a toy lazily, like just hits it. Go ahead, hits it.
It's like watching a
Mouse
cat
flips
like
out.
go for its prey, like when it's pinned like a bird or a mouse or something, and it's just there pawing at it constantly. That's what it's like.
Yeah.
When Keem
And they'll let it
follows
go.
her.
You know,
Yeah.
you can go ahead, then go get it again. You can go ahead and get it again. That's exactly what Keem is doing.
Yeah.
That's
And
Phil
it's just
falls
so-
for it every fucking time.
It's so great that his like most viewed stuff at the moment are these like drama videos as well. Like it's brilliant. Keemstar says something, emergency. You need to know what my response
Help me
to this.
out. What was the
Yeah.
line? Help me out, internet. You're asking the
need
wrong
the
person.
internet's help.
You're
Yeah.
asking the wrong fucking person, man. Internet's not here to help you. I'm sorry to say that boat has sailed. Oh God! All right, Thanks for your answers. We said a lot of them. I think we did a pretty good job.
It's
Commendable
a
job.
good, funny one to end on. DSP, DSP has a business degree. He never mentions it. Always talks about that in-house helicopter certification. Does he never mention it?
He does. Never. I've never heard that. Very obscure. All right. With that being said, let's get to it. No WPIG today because me and Meerkat were in the lab cooking this up for you. And I don't want to say too much about it. Just enjoy it. It is super long, but it's good. To be honest with you, it's pretty good. So enjoy. We'll see you on the other side of this to say goodbye. Go ahead, Sam. Hit the music.
Let's do it.
Okay, DSP, the Wings and Boogie match is going to start in a few minutes. But I want to remind you, you have a lot of haters out there. All right? There's a lot of people, thousands of people out there that are going to boo you. They're going to yell nasty stuff about you. They're going to yell nasty stuff about your wife. And they're even going to yell nasty stuff about your cat.
Family.
Okay, whatever. So just stick with what you're known for, all right? Give them a few of your famous lines. They'll go wild, okay?
All right, boys, prepare the slave trade. We're selling her right off for profit.
Okay, not that one. But yes, quotes that people know you've said like that. All right? Cool?
Sounds good to me.
It time go. Creatures of Earth, welcome to the first ever Burgomania! My name is Rambo Bambo McGee here to rock the mic so viciously like I've been doing since the age of 3. First up, I would like to introduce my commentator, the balding and maulding bad back beggar of Bridgeport, the restitution-seeking begagade from Renton, the ka-ching of the gout sting, DSP!
Everyone, Phil Burnell here, also known as Darkside Phil on the internet, and I'm going to try to make this as concise as possible, although I have a story to tell today.
Now,
I'm really not
before we
making
meet our competitors, allow me to tell you about the match we have prepared for you. Today's competition will be the first ever ladder fried chicken basket chili casket match. As you can see, we already have a 12-piece bucket of KFC dangling high above the ring. Below it, we have our XXXL size casket filled with the most Wendy's chili I've ever seen in one location. In this match, our warriors today will have to first climb the ladder, snatch a piece of fried chicken down.
If I had to choose between the original chicken and the spicy, I would choose the spicy.
Who cares? Anyways, they need to grab a piece of chicken with whatever consistency breading they like, eat that piece, and then jump into the chili casket and close themselves in. What are your thoughts on Wendy's chili, DSP?
So Wendy's chili is literally the leftovers of all the shit that they have in the store. So if they're cooking burgers and a chunk of burger meat flies off, separates from the burger.
Oh, and with
they
that,
push
it sounds like
aside.
our competitors are ready to enter the ring. Weighing in at 400 pounds, the Conway Conman, the connoisseur of cat killing, and the slayer of statutory rape laws, Wings of Redemption! He is looking like he's in the best shape of his life, and he is ready to roll out. I mean, walk out there. What's your take on Wings, DSP?
Well, I don't know about anything about how he treats his viewer at all. I don't watch his streams. I never will. All I know is about.
Oh, that's Boogie's music. Weighing in at 400 pounds, the fearsome father of Francis, the Holocaust apologist horror, and the pistol-gripping predator, Boogie 2988! Oh, it looks like today's referee. Oh, who is today's referee? Let me check the program. Oh, Keemstar. Okay, Keemstar will be a referee. Let's see what he has to say as he walks up to the mic here.
What's up, Trouble Alert Nation? I'm your host, Keller Keemstar. Let's get right into the news!
And we're off the world's first match of this kind. Both gentlemen lock up now, well, as much as they can lock up with those rotund frames. It looks like almost two potatoes trying to tongue kiss, to be honest. A few punches from Wings now. Boogie striking back. Boogie threatens to shoot Wings. Wings laughs it off. Boogie responds with some pity tweets. Wings is not biting. Oh, huge right hook from Wings. And I can't believe he is going for it this early. Is that it? Yes, it is. The semi-modular trailer park slam. And Boogie is down and hurting. This former YouTube legend is for once not begging for support, but instead begging for mercy. Wings now is starting to go up the ladder. Will he be the first to get his hands on that chicken? His hands do appear to be a bit greasy. Might have made a trip to Wendy's before the match started, which I have to say is very bold, much like eating Wendy's chili in the first place. What are your thoughts on Wendy's, Phil?
Their burgers are fresh. They taste better. Their fries are better than McDonald's fries, in my opinion. Their chicken nuggets are the fucking bomb.
Boogie now, unlike his YouTube career, now starting to recover, starting to make a comeback. He's slowly lumbering his way to the ladder now, which holds Wings, which after multiple minutes has just ascended to the godly position of the second step from the floor. Boogie has almost made his way back to the ladder here. Huh? What's this? The lights are out. What's going on here?
The champ is here.
Unless my young ears are deceiving me, I believe that is the current world champion of the DWO, the molester for the fourth trimester, the god of golden showers, and the unholy prince of underage girl playlists, Derek! Where could he be? Oh my god, everyone's freaking out. Where is he? Okay, lights have just came back on in here, and he is still nowhere to be found. Boogie and Wings now embracing in fear. Both have long forgotten about the point of this match. Though I did see Wings stick his head into the chili while the house lights were out. Yes, Boogie and Wings now in full embrace, frightened of Derek. Who knows what Derek might be thinking of doing to them. This man has a dangerous and dotted history. I know I'm clenching my ass as tight as possible. How about you, Phil?
My ass is so fucking stretched out at this point, it's time to push back.
Oh, there he is! There he is! Huh? It appears he just ran out of the girls' bathroom and is running towards the ring. He's not thinking about sock golf anymore. He's thinking about his finishing move, the non-consensual knuckle. He would love to stick that deep into the bowels of these two bulging billion warriors from South Carolina and Arkansas, respectively. He's approaching the ring now. It appears that Boogie and Wings are now ready to fight, not scared of the Canadian Cougar anymore. In fact, it looks like they're working together. Keem just sitting back enjoying it, knowing he's making 100 times more than these two idiots, while he just stands there and does nothing but ring the bell. Derek now slides into the ring, very tense now inside the arena. No one wanted to make a wrong move. No one wanted to expose their backside to the OnlyFans aficionado. Whoa, what's going on here? Wings, acting as if he was going to run at Derek, distracts him enough, just enough, for Boogie to put into his patented sleeper hold, the pistol grip. There is no coming out of this one. Fans screaming now at this development, especially the parents of young children, happy at what is happening. Now Wings is joining the fun, clearly not believing the pistol grip is enough. Wings is attempting. No, it can't be. He can't do this. Yes, the Carolina clutch. I haven't seen this move in years. I thought it was outlawed nationwide. For those listening at home, this move requires you to kill a cat by covering it with a bucket without food or water for days. Once you've fully forgotten about the cat, you then uncover the cat and stuff that dead cat into the face of your opponent. It has proven deadly in so many cases. It is a favorite among people that think the punishment for statutory rape should be merely a slap on the wrist. What do you think about cats, Phil?
That's it. Cats are not allowed. Only dog.
Back in the ring, Derek in real trouble now. A dead cat laced across his face as Boogie holds on to that pistol grip harder and harder. Harder, in fact, than he is even holding on to his dying YouTube career. Derek has to be done. There is just no way he's coming out of this. Derek has to be done. There is no coming out of this. DSP, where are you going? DSP! DSP, what are you doing? What are you doing? No, you can't do this. No! Phil is holding a home protection hatchet, and it looks like he's going to use it. Was he using a Wings, Boogie, even Derek? Who knows? Phil now raising the axe like a madman high up in the air, ready to strike his foes like all the troll channels he has stricken before. It's time the axe comes down, and what? He hit the chili casket.
Brown chili now flooding out of the casket like Derek's favorite scat video, and everyone's struggling to get to their feet. DSP with his bad back and very lubricated Italian oily skin and eczema cream have been flushed all the way to the 4th row. Only Wings and Boogie remain in the ring. Who will get up first? Oh no, not like this. Wings and Boogie still face down, unable to do a single push-up with their massive weight holding them down like Derek holding down a middle schooler during recess. What's that? A smile has begun to creep on Derek's face. He knows what time it is. We know what time it is. The crowd knows what time it is, but they don't want to see it. No one wants this. I have no idea where Keem ran off to. Oh my God, the double non-consensual knuckle. The cavernous yet mountainous buttocks of Wings and Boogie now exposed to the world as Derek's hands dive deep into the depths of their very digestive system as the non-consensual knuckle once again proves how deadly it is. Derek holding it in there, enjoying the moment, almost feasting, some might say devouring the moment. Now, forcefully he removes his forearms from his toes, turns them over, and here comes the merciful 3 count. And there it is. This match is over. I think wrestling will never be the same after this. But wait, the Canadian Cougar himself, Derek, is grasping at the mic. Let's listen in. The champ is here. Let me repeat that. The champ is here. You know how most people believe that the age of consent is around 16 years old? Well, look at me. I'm a genetic freak. I think people should have consent as young as 10 years old, because that's when they start getting sexy. And when I'm watching my favorite mature adult streamer, Darkside Phil, I could go as young as 7 years old. And when you add in the fact that I just watched Frozen for the 10th time today, I think people could get sexy right around the age of 5. So you see, the numbers don't lie. The age of consent for me is 5 years old. So anyone in the audience, if you're under the age of 5, please have your parental guardians give me your phone number and their work schedules and your school schedules. And never forget, the queen always rises to the top. Oh! For DSP, Keem, Boogie, Wings, and even Derek, this is Rambo Bambo McGee from WPIG, and we are out.
All right, I unfortunately that was the worst fucking timing of all time because Keemstar cucked us all. Keemstar cucked us all in the biggest way possible. Anyways, there's a tweet that has been dropped in the world. And it is thus. I will read it to you. It's been 3 minutes ago. Let's see how many minutes ago now. 6 minutes ago. 11 minutes ago. I have set up interviews with DSP family and friends. We are going to get.
Can you cut off the bit?
Yeah. Cut it, Sam. Cut it, Sam. Cut it. Give me a mic.
They can't hear it. It's all right.
Give me a microphone. Okay. I have set up interviews with DSP family and friends. We are going to get to the bottom of this. Apparently, unlike him, they like money. So obviously, this is huge news, the biggest news we've had in a long time. I'll start first with.
Let me move this.
Is there any shot? This is just. I mean, you have to believe. Is it just bait, maybe, to try to get Phil's reaction here? Try to get Phil to respond finally when he knows family and friends might be involved.
Well, it's not the first time he's brought this up, is it? Like he's
talked about it before.
Yeah. So.
Go ahead.
Maybe.
I'll call the audible with Chew. Don't worry.
Sounds kind of weird because what friends and what family outside of his parents, and his parents wouldn't do a fucking Keemstar interview. So this made me think it might be either Panda or Jenna.
No. Hold on. Let me say something. Oh, Howard would be a great one. And Keem is right at that level, right? Where Keem doesn't know that much about Phil, right? He's not in the world that much. For him, he might think they are friends, right? He might have kind of misspoke there. They were friends. Yeah. He might say they're friends now, right? That's very believable for me. Also, though, we kind of don't talk about the people that aren't in the spotlight, right? Because there's a lot of people in Phil's life that aren't in the spotlight. I'm just, this is all conjecture here, but let's say does Phil's mom have a sister that knows about Phil? Does Phil's dad have a sister that knows about Phil? These are people that those people on the internet that want to find out information can find. And I'm sure Keem can send people to find that information if he wants to and give him a quick call. You're allowed to call people to ask questions, right? And that would not surprise me at all if we get people like, not Linda, but Linda's sister might talk and she knows about DSP's fast, right? That's very believable to me.
He's got a cousin, hasn't he?
Yeah,
I think
exactly.
he's got like one cousin.
And I'm not okay. Try to be kind here. I think she might like money. She has problems with some stuff. Meerkat knows what I'm talking about.
Mm.
She has addiction problems, and she might like money, and she might like saying a
about
lot of
this?
shit. Yeah, go ahead.
Let's just reach out to Keem. Maybe we can talk to him on here or whatever. Let's find out what this thing is about.
Yeah.
And people in chat, if you want to go and tweet out to Keem so we can signal boost this, you're free to do so. Let's get him on. Let's talk to him.
Yes, because we'll whatever time it is, we'll drop and get it done because this is the time to get it done. Because this news is Phil has to drop a video today. I don't think there's any question about that. Any objections to that to the panel? He's going to drop a video today. He has no other option, right?
Undoubtedly. Yeah.
I'm surprised if any gameplay happens at all tomorrow. He's going to be talking so much about this. More important question is, are we going to hear helicopter tomorrow? I guarantee we fucking do. A lot of new eyes on the show today. So let me tell you about my history. My name is Phil Burnell on behalf of KO Gaming. And
If you like what you see and you want to support the stream,
super
But
chat.
apparently he offered whoever is doing this, he offered them money. So somebody's getting the bag and thinking about who needs it. Like you said already, Jenna is one of them. Panda Lee, if I was Panda Lee, I wouldn't refuse a bag after 6 years not being with the guy. Sure.
And listen
for
to
an
this.
interview.
And okay, let's say we all of us have families of different degrees, whatever. And you might say, I'm not doing that. He's my family. But how about a family member that never talks to you, treats you like shit, uses you as a shield for everything, treats you publicly online, treats everyone like shit. You might be a little more motivated to talk then too, right? You might feel a little bit less bad about saying that when all of a sudden, this dude's kind of an asshole in our family, and we all know it in the family. Impossible for his family not to know that. If you watch his content for 5 minutes, you know he's an asshole to his fans, and to his fans, he's an asshole. So I am thinking this is very believable that it would happen, but I guess the fun is who would it be? But
I'm conflicted about Panda. Because she would be great to do
me
it,
too.
but again, you've been out of this for so long, and you are doing so well for yourself outside of this. I get thinking, oh, that's a lot of money for talking about my ex. Yeah, fine, but at the same time, I think you should be. Once you're out, you're free. So don't come back.
I think so too. But
the best revenge for Panda is living the life as she is now. You look at her Instagram; she's doing fucking fine. So, conflicted about that one. But John or Howard, I would fucking take. That would be great.
Thinking about my exes, if somebody offered them money to shit talk them, I wouldn't blame them for taking it. Just fucking go for it.
At least one of mine to be well up for that. So I can understand it.
Yeah, that's what you get into, and especially when you're an asshole. It's not like he's some, let's say this happened to Maximilian Dude, right? Let's say this situation happened. And remember, Maximilian Dude is Maximilian Dude. His exes might say shit, and everyone's like, I don't care. Who cares? Yeah. Maximilian Dude's clearly straightened himself out, right? DSP's not in that case. He's not in that situation right now. And and Dead School, thank you so much. Never forget, DSP started this all with Keemstar, right? This is all of DSP's asking.
Could have just answered the phone. Could have just opened his DMs.
Answered the phone.
Could have just said no, because no is still a valid answer. Hey, Keem, thanks for the offer, man. I'm really not interested. I'm doing my own thing. That's it. We're done.
Subaru man about to get the bag.
Could it be?
He might have got slandered, so who knows?
Come here.
Yeah,
with that, that restraining order.
Exactly. Think about all the people that have said shit that might not be true, because Phil himself has admitted to lying many times. How many times on top of that has he said stuff that's totally not true about other people? For example, in his family. For example, about Panda Lee. Endless lists.
Yeah.
He talks about karma, right? Well, this is karma, man, if this is true. When you lie people and use people as shields for your whole fucking life and make fun of people for doing things that normal people enjoy, like, for example, teach you how to ride a bike, maybe your father keeping toys you might want to play with your own toys, but you treat them like a joke, well, this is what's going to happen, if it does happen, of course.
Can you imagine that moment? See, I know I'm thinking of that moment where he's like, Howard, you weren't friends. It was me and John. Not you, Howard. You had nothing to do with it. It's like, that would be your karma for that. if it is Howard.
Yeah.
You fucking deserve it for that alone. So.
This is why I'm interested in actually talking to the guy. Having him on the podcast would be great for our audience. They would enjoy that. His audience, whoever cares about DSP, would enjoy that. So it would be an entertaining time. And also, I think maybe his idea might need some workshopping. Maybe if he's not really that knowledgeable about DSP stuff, maybe he should know who to reach out for or like what to expect, stuff like that. Not to set the expectations too high. So just like a talk would be worth it. So like I said, if you want to go tweet at the guy, we can do something entertaining. We can have some fun. We can talk about it. I think it's a good
I just
idea.
wanna know, what's the structure of this, right? Is it like, I hope it's done the right way too. It's not like, well, how's DSP fucked with you? I want to hear like the story, right? So how do you meet DSP? That kind of stuff. Like I would love a feature fucking length. And people are saying cat in chat. What would be the most surprising? That would probably be my number one.
That would be the
kill
most
him.
surprising.
That would actually kill him.
Yeah, that would be it.
And,
That would be
like-
the thing that crushed his ego, like we mentioned before. That would be it.
Yep.
If Keem
And
got
remember,
cut off.
if that is true, listeners out there, remember he said a scant 5 days ago, I could not imagine my life without my wife. If she was not here, I could not do any of this.
Yeah, I think we have to set our expectations at former FGC acquaintances, and then anything
point.
above that is a bonus because you know that's kind of how we went into side scrollers. I think, wasn't it? There were a lot of people that were saying, "Oh, this is going to be what you know the washout, you know the quartering again." Yeah. And then we got the goals.
That became so much better with the input of people who actually have been around. Like ALT has been here. He reached out to Craig. They talked about it. Craig also looked for a lot of opinions. He was talking to a lot of people. He got informed about stuff. So I think the best, if Keemstar wants to deliver something that everybody's going to enjoy, he needs to look out for what people have to say about it.
Yes,
that does.
Yes,
so.
And yes, you
But for real though, like the help you gave to side scrollers, like helped them get more out of what they were doing. So you're absolutely right.
Yeah.
Like with a little bit of structure, you could get gold out of this. So it can't just be, hey, tell us how much of a dick Phil is.
I hope he does. Yeah, if it's not even us, I hope he does talk to some people that know about the lore and can ask about specific questions. Because if he doesn't ask about some people, some specific stuff, like if he's not asking Howard, how did you feel when he said, Howard, we were never friends, Howard, hello, Howard, that kind of stuff. I mean, I want to hear about that. And if I think Sam's right though, guys, we don't want to get too much our expectations too high, right? I think Sam's right that we want to go to, let's talk about like Jaha realm people start, like interviewing Jaha would be tight, would be cool, right? But it's not like that would not be that would be cool. I would love it. Yeah. But if it's just that, it's like, okay, cool, right? It's just talking to Jaha, that's cool. Yeah. But I hope we get more than that. But let's set our expectations there, right? I think that's a good idea.
Yeah, something like Steve brought up, which I think is very important. You really help the side scrollers and all the people sending them the information and stuff to get more informed, to get the best out of it. Because the narrative in DSP's head is that they got biased because they talked to the detractors. No, they just knew what to expect. And they knew how to address the certain ways that DSP tends to like filibuster and beat around the bush and go on long-winded tangents about stuff. They knew how to address this and how to escape this. And that's what made that interview so much better.
Mm-hmm. Definitely. Good point. And let's not forget, good point too, that Keemstar is in the business of getting this excitement going, right? So like, even if it is happening for sure, he might not talk about it today. He might wait a few days, let it percolate. He knows what he's doing. He's a master. So I mean, you know, so, but I mean, what are the, I'm just trying to think about what Phil might say today in his video that is inevitably coming today.
I love that. We were right about last time when we were like, do you think he's going to mention it? We were like, yeah. And then there was a fucking video later on.
Yeah.
I know what's coming. He's going to do that thing that for some reason it really, I don't know what it is, just maybe the way he does it. I'm not sure. When he questions other people's mental health, that really winds me up. When he starts to imply that they're crazy and they're stalking me and all this, and it's just like, no, mate, that's several steps too far, and you're very much overdoing this. You know, just the way he talks about it just really gets under my skin. And that's what he's going to do. He's going to do it again. He's going to say, restraining order.
These people are
and-
mentally ill. They are sick in the head. They are wrong. All that. Yeah.
Oh God! Can you imagine what he's gonna call Keem here? A stalker, obsessed fan, all that stuff. Leave me alone, Keebler elf. Like it's the funniest. That was so fucking
You're a
crazy. There's a
bully.
Keebler elf joke 14
Bullying
times.
a little person, like punching down.
You know when your
Yeah.
joke is bad is when you have to say it 10 times to hope someone laughs at some point of those 10. That's when you know
Keep
you're not
looking at chat when you're doing it.
Yeah. Like, give it up, man. We know it's it's not working, right? So just drop it. But I wonder what that video is going to look like today, because he might say in his best interest would be to say, like, I'm not mentioning this at all. I don't want to talk about it. I'm doing it behind the scenes. He's not going to do that. We know that. But he did say about this restraining order nonsense. So even if you want to get a fucking restraining order in Keem, that doesn't work with your friends and family, does it? Right? I mean,
No, that's the thing. He absolutely can't resist to make a big drama thing out of it because he sees it gets the views and he gets support from people. They tell him how much his content is meaningful and how Keemstar is wrong and whatever. But also at the same time, he said he was done with this guy. So I don't know, man.
I guess we should get our final predictions for tonight's video. I guess I'll give you the options. Like, is it I can't talk about this? I'm not going to talk about this anymore. It's my last word on it. I've heard some stuff, but we're not going to talk about it. Or is it the full-on? He's crazy. Stuff is going. Mouth drooler. Problems. Legal action. That kind of side. Which side are you on?
Yeah.
You're on
the
that
latter,
one.
The latter. Full on mental.
Yep.
Sick in the head. All that shit. That's the way
Good
we're
question
going.
by Pixar Animations. Which thanks so much for that WPIG animation, man. That was so fucking awesome. I was so smiling the whole fucking day. But do you think Phil got wind of the Keem interviews and that's why he talked about the restraining order? Someone might have told him about that because your family might reach out, even if they decline. If Keem reached out to Linda, let's say Phil's mommy, and said, "Hey, you want to come on my show? I'll give you $1,000. Talk to me for half an hour." And she says no. She might tell Phil about that though, right?
Yeah.
That's very logical too.
And then Phil goes, look how sick he is. He's gone to harass my parents. So
That might be
helps
why
him
he
there.
said that. That's might be why it sounded to us like restraining order is like, dude, that's kind of nuts, dude. It's internet, just block him. But in his mind, he's thinking about this dude as contacting my family. A restraining order is something in the realm of possibility in that case in his mind, right? Something to think about.
Yeah, theory, isn't it? Actually, maybe he was thinking. Maybe he knew about this last week when he took the day off.
And everything was going wrong in his life. Yeah.
Maybe that's
Could
the
have
thing.
found
Do
out
damage control. Yeah, just trying to call all the family members and say, guys, please don't do this. Please don't do this. You're killing me. You're literally killing me. You're tempted murder if you talk to Keem, something like that. He's gonna say shit like that.
Yeah.
Imagine it. He's gonna say shit like that every fucking day. It's It's tempted murder if you talk to Keemstar.
Although
What?
Keemstar
Oh, God,
has also
what?
tweeted that UK food tastes like styrofoam, so you know what? Fuck him.
And my official prediction would be no actual drama video, no dedicated drama video, but a drama pre-stream segment about it. After which he puts his foot down and gets the last word and doesn't talk about it, as he's known to do so far.
Yeah, because that's all these are. All these like drama videos where it's like, right, I'm done talking about it. This is the last time I'm going to address it. It's him wanting to have the last word. Because then every time Keem tweets, the last word goes to him again. He wrecks Phil every time. So he has to respond to have, this is my final word. So, yeah, it's coming. Just like
and think about this.
on
This
Twitter.
is like, no matter what happens of this, right? If Keem is reaching out to your family members, someone online that your parents can quickly Google and find out about, it's like, what's going on, Phil? What are we doing? Right? I'm sure Phil has figured out how to explain shit to his parents. I'm sure, like he can kind of probably explain away anything. But it's got to be like, why are we doing this? Why is this such a big deal? Right? Why are people asking me for interviews, Phil?
Yeah.
What have you done? Right? What have you done, Phil? Not Howard, but Phil. So,
do you reckon black shirt?
That's Anthony in chat says it's like Marty and Cyrax dynamic. That's absolutely, I would agree with that. Because Marty is just putting out the bait. Cyrax bites every single time. He goes on extended rants. He embarrasses himself, and Marty just sits there and just puts out some more bait.
Yep.
And it's great.
that level for me like gets old because like Cyrex is clearly not all mentally there. It's kind of like, all right,
Yeah.
you get it. Philwell, we think, is not. He's a valedictorian, confirmed, but he still does it. Right? It's still that level, but he obviously we think has a normal intelligence, but clearly he does not. But with that, boys, we will. If everything we get a message from Keem about coming on, we will obviously do a show when that happens with however many people can be there. We'll make it happen for you guys. But it's been an amazing show. We got a good. Something's going to happen tonight, I'm sure. If it doesn't, we'll talk about it tomorrow and all the nonsense. So thanks for watching. Final words, anybody? Anything you want to say before we get out of here? What fucking worst time to drop this, Keem? Thanks.
We don't have a stream tomorrow, so I guess we're not gonna talk about it tomorrow. But on
Yes,
Sunday,
I assume on the
guess.
flare up, maybe.
Oh yeah, if it's something hype,
Oh,
though,
yeah, right.
Like if something hype happens though, we should think about an emergency.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah,
you know,
yeah. We're on standby.
We're on standby. We're on standby.
It's like being on call.
The Keem right now is in the UK, so I don't think there's a chance of any of those emergency stuff.
Probably.
Yeah. He's on
All right,
UK
guys.
time, so he's quite late. But you never know. Tomorrow, maybe.
All right, guys. What a show it's been. Thanks so much for being here. We got some fun times ahead, no matter what happens. Just remember that. That's what we're all here for. So you guys are legends. Later.
Bye, everyone. See you next time. Burger.
Burger.
This one goes out to the one and only, the big cat, the fat cat. Big ups. I first saw you in Burger King. You took 2 seats 'cause that ass is way too big. Had a boyfriend, I realized, but you told him lies with your raccoon eyes. The DoorDash is here. Wipe away your tears. Got you extra fries, and they taste just right. Have no fear, there's no trolls here. Devin made you cry with those raccoon eyes. Raccoon eyes. Raccoon eyes. Devin made you cry with those raccoon eyes. Take you power walking on the beach, feasting on some sushi like you were the queen. Let me run some errands while you sleep. I can watch you play Skyrim all day this week. Have no fear, there's no trolls here. Devin made you cry with those raccoon eyes. Raccoon eyes. Raccoon eyes. Devin made you cry with those raccoon eyes.
In reality, like I tell you guys, every day when I wake up, that's the best day of my life. I feel like this next day is awesome. I have a beautiful wife who I love so much. She loves me and a family, Jasper, and you know the things we get to do together. You know, I definitely want more time with them and more family time. But I absolutely love my life today compared to how it used to be. Seriously, all those years back then, you'd be like, it's a whirlwind of crap. It was me. And by the way, I've told you guys about my past. I used to drink way too much. I would be drinking constantly, all the time, because I was so stressed out. Honestly, when I started with this whole thing, I was depressed many years ago, a decade ago. I didn't like my life or anything. basically liquor was the way to kind of get through that. You know, it was, I hate my life, I hate who I am, so let me just drink it all away and just keep pumping out fucking YouTube videos. I don't have to do that shit anymore, you know? Like, I'm happy with who I am. What I was saying was, I have so much testosterone, so much Italian testosterone,